Where we going with it? Now where we going with it? Where we going with it? What? Where we going with it? Yo, where we going with it? Where we going? Going back to KEMET, styling, profiling. It's been a long time.
How many years?
About 3,000. Man, we got to bring it back. The days and times of living is getting whack. I'm going back to KEMET, styling, profiling. It's been a long time.
How many years?
About 3,000. Man, we got to bring it back. The days and times of living is getting whack. I seen kingdoms come and I seen kingdoms fall. You could check it for yourself. You could read it on the wall like graffiti on the wall. Metal nets is what it's called. I taught y'all in the past. Now I'm back to teach you all how to elevate and repent from filthy ways. I know it's hard, but it feels good to fast for 30 days. I got y'all searching for the land that's across the burning sands, where the men turn into gods and the gods turn into men. The jewel of the Nile is in the motherland. Each one teach one, so go tell your brother, man. You're feeling down, then you got to snap back like a rubber band. Lord, going back to KEMET, styling, profiling. It's been a long time.
How many years?
About 3,000. Man, we got to bring it back. The days and times of living is getting whack. I'm going back to KEMET, styling, profiling. It's been a long time.
How many years?
About 3,000. Man, we got to bring it back. The days and times of living is getting whack. Hey. All the words I chant when I come forth by day. From the night, these sacred chapters I recite. Do my voodoo every day till I feel some things are right. Speaking in words of power, speakers get blown. Ancient tradition, deep in your bones. Ancient wisdom, speaking in poems. Melodies take you deep in the zone. I'm going back to KEMET, styling, profiling. It's been a long time.
How many years?
About 3,000. Man, we got to bring it back. The days and times of living is getting whack. I'm going back to KEMET, styling, profiling. It's been a long time.
How many years?
About 3,000. Man, we got to bring it back. The days and times of living is getting whack. Too many youth wanna ride and die. I try to tell them about the I and I. In my presence, I got y'all feeling divine essence. I come through dropping jewels that's full of timeless lessons. Not Egyptian, I'm Kemetic, spitting poetic relics from the highest mind. Look to the skies to find where I am headed. I come when I be spitting, y'all be playing, hating me. I don't know, probably cause I'm serious like A and B. And C, we alike sometimes more than we would like. I got the gift of gab, I was born to speak on mics. Got raw in me glowing, now I shine like skies in Cali. I represent the hood and that hood is the Nile Valley. They call it Hoppy, the illest of the niggas. Nah, that's not me, I'm that golly representative. Spit the hottest sentences with the eye for rule. I see the evil that lurks in you. I live by 10 virtues that stops me from hurting you. I use oracles, so nowadays I plan better. Now I walk in the presence of God's angels and ancestors. Walking my path, speaking in code, talking in math. I got an inner divinity, mental serenity. I walk in my eye, even on my path alone. And in his zone, man, I got heart like Indiana Jones. I'm not a raider, but a raiser of the lost ark, the monarch of a righteous covenant. You ain't liking it, you loving it. I show y'all sacred ways from the ancient of days. The metaphysical master manifesting the greatest displays of might control. Connect the spirit, mind, and the soul. I rhyme with flows that opens up your mind so you grow like the trees, but of course not the kind that you smoke, but the kind that keeps you rooted in tradition. I bring it back like how it was in the beginning. Going back to KEMET, styling, profiling. It's been a long time.
How many years?
About 3,000. Man, we got to bring it back. The days and times of living is getting whack. I'm going back to KEMET, styling, profiling. It's been a long time.
How many years?
About 3,000. Man, we got to bring it back. The days and times of living is getting whack.
All right. Welcome to Paradigm Shift TV 314. This is your brother, DMG the poet, aka Brother Pianki. And I'm gonna go ahead and say my whole Kemetic name. Pianki Patah Muntu Nefera Moon Ra. And we got a powerful show today with the number one hitter on Paradigm Shift. Some call him Cap10K. Some call him Captain 10,000. I like to call him my brother, even though I got to beat him up tonight. The one and only Cap10K, the Gall Gabor of ISUPK, under commanding General Yana. That being said, I got to do his intro before he come up. We also got our brother Nobody in the building who will be chiming in, playing the host, etc. Before we get into our spiel, though, allow me to do my usual greeting. Let me say hotel to my Kemetic brothers and sisters. Let me say God bless to my Christian brothers and sisters. Let me say assalamu alaikum to my brothers and sisters in the NOI. Let me say shalom to my Israelite brothers and sisters. Let me say Islam to my Moorish brothers and sisters. Let me say peace to my brothers and sisters in the nation of gods and earth, them 5%ers. Let me say what's up to all my atheist brothers and sisters. Salute to all my Abo brothers and sisters. And finally, let me say Jumbo to all the rest of my brothers and sisters throughout the African diaspora. I know I say that greeting for one reason and one reason only. It's because if you're black, I'm with you. And I hope that you're with me. Our different ideologies should not keep us from uniting. We can have unity without uniformity, and we can disagree without being disrespectfully disagreeable. Now, for those who don't know, I've said it probably every other show since I've been doing this show. I deal with bipolar 2 disorder. It can put you in a really messed up headspace. And so if you know anybody that deal with bipolar of any form, any mental illness, check on your people. Shout out to all my brothers who contribute to Paradigm Shift, who recognize some of my signs when I'm when I'm going through things, and shout out to them for checking on the brother. Me and Cap, we rap like that whenever, so it is what it is. But shout out to all the people who checked on the brother when I was having one of those moments. And so I just wanted to make sure I thank y'all. With that being said, nobody from Trust and Believe the Gospel. What's the word?
Man, you already know what the word is, man. I'm looking for this powerful show tonight, bro. This been a long time coming. Can't wait to see you and Cap go head up like two grown rams headbutting each other, man. And not only am I hosting, man, but I'm finna be a viewer tonight, man. I'm finna be a fan. I think this gonna be a good one for the people, man. And everybody, if you can, hit that like button on your way in. Shout out to the brother OG. You know what I'm saying? I know you're somewhere in the chat somewhere, man. I want to shout you out, say peace to you and all that good stuff. This is Paradigm Shift TV 314, and y'all in for a good one tonight, bro. Let's go.
All right. And the one and only Paradigm Shift, Nino Brown, if you will, Cap10K, the Gall Gabor
of running this shit. Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
What's up, Cap?
Not nothing, shalom, brothers. The word for tonight is no homo. You understand? That's what the word is.
Mine was pause, but you, that's what's up.
Hey, you can't pause. You in a no pause zone. You understand? Over there in KEMET. You understand?
No pause.
You in a no pause zone. You in a hated it zone.
All right.
Hey man, why you have to say it when I was drinking? But go ahead.
No, when I'm Cap10K, you understand, Captain 10,000, the Gall Gabor, up under management and Hana of the ISUPK, you know what I mean? And like DMG said, we definitely are brothers, you know what I mean? And we're gonna turn around And brothers, they turn around, they box a little bit,
Right.
And I like beating DMG down. He actually like getting beat down. You know what I'm saying? He like getting beat down. You ever seen that happen? Big brother and little brother messing with the big brother just so he could get punched around, just to know that his brother loved him. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on tonight. You know what I'm saying? But no, but seriously though, you know what I'm saying? We're going the topic, you know what I'm saying, is KEMET versus Israel, and who really has homoerotic undertones within their text, and we are definitely going to prove tonight that there is, like I said, nothing homo about the Bible. You understand? Brothers may confuse, incidents where certain things happen. You understand? And it may seem gay, but the God of the Bible and the Israelites, guess what, are absolutely against homosexuality and lesbianism. And we're going to prove that tonight. And we're going to turn around and prove and show how ancient Kemet and them Egyptians and them Hamites, that they are gay. They love homosexuality. You understand? And we are going to prove that tonight.
Oh man, hey.
So like because in honor of my little brother Cap, in age and in stature, I just got to play this after what he just said.
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
Some other suckers always trying to ice skate uphill. And that's what Cap gonna have to do tonight to prove that a civilization that lasted for 3,000 years propagated homosexuality. In the text, where it said something about homosexuality being a good thing or something for somebody to practice, because that's what Cap and his camp and others who follow his doctrine have been saying for years since I've come into this community. So he's gonna have to prove it unequivocally tonight that this is what the civilization of Kemet said men and women should be doing. So we're gonna get down to it. Nobody.
I got you, DMG. Hey, man, if we can't get along, let's get it on, man. Time out for the talk. It's time to go and jump into this melting pot. I'm assuming DMG going first since Kemet is first in the title. Would that be correct, big bro?
Well, I'm a gracious host, so I'm gonna let my little brother go first.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live.
You understand?
I'm still playing around. Only reason y'all know the other reason I'm letting them go first. I'm still playing around with this Ethernet.
Okay, cool. Well, hey, for the listening audience, to the family that's out there in the audience, as y'all see, tonight is entitled No Homo, but both of these brothers will be defending their culture, their nation. As we see, Cap10K is putting it all on the line for Israel, and he comes from ISUPK up under Commander General Yohana. We got my brother DMG. He's not a Kemetic, but he is into reading and studying and looking into all the African and Kemetic stuff. So I would say if I had any question about Kemet, he would be the first person I go to. So the brother is very knowledgeable in Kemet, even though he's not a Kemite. But he will be landing all on the line tonight for Kemet, based off the things that he knows and the things that he has studied. And we're not gonna hold y'all anymore. So without any further ado, Cap10K, the floor is yours. Let's kick this thing off.
Real quick, bro, before Cap go. I'm still, if I go out, just wait. Y'all just do what you do till I get back in, because it's still doing that same thing. So
okay, we got you. Go ahead, Cap. The floor is yours, bro. Did you hear me, Cap?
Be on my end.
Okay, there you go. You kind of sounded robotic. Say something else. I can hear you.
Can you
but
hear
you sound
me?
like Voltron. Okay, there you go. Say something else? Yeah, you faded out on me, my brother. We having a few technical difficulties at the moment, everybody. Just bear with us. Bear with us.
I couldn't even hear you just now. Nobody.
Okay, there you go.
Go
You
ahead,
sound good, bro. So go ahead. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Yeah, I can hear you, brother.
Okay. Well, everything good, bro. Flow is yours right now.
Okay.
I think you faded out on us again, bro.
The depiction in ancient Kemet in Egypt. What'd you say?
Never mind. Go ahead. You good?
It's chopping. You chopping up. Nobody on my end. Okay. Now, what DMG has said about ancient Kemet and their text. Hold on one second. Okay, hold on. They're saying the audio low on Clubhouse.
You good on my end, bro. I can hear you real good.
Okay. All right, let's get it. I'm gonna try to pull this these pictures up or pushing homosexuality. They most certainly they did, but it wasn't like what he said it was as far as it being written down saying, yes, you can be gay. This society here has been going on for an extremely long time. You understand? And they've been homosexuals since God knows when. You know, so Kemet lasting for X amount of thousands of years doesn't mean that they didn't have homosexuals and lesbians all throughout. You understand? They whole reign, you know, and they did. And we're gonna show a couple of pictures here. I'm gonna share my screen in 1 second. I'm gonna get this first one up here. And DMG, you got some splaining to do, brother. Not explaining, but you got some splaining to do. Okay. Because I want to go over that. I want to go over these different depictions on the walls in ancient Egypt in Kemet. I want to start with this cat here. I mean, the stories of these dudes is off the chain. You understand? All right, let me see. Okay, I think I can roll with that one. All right. Okay, I'm about to share this here. Let's see, share screen. Yeah, these two guys here. Let's see. Can you see that screen? Nobody?
I don't see it, bro. There you go.
Yeah. Okay, you can see that picture of those two men?
I can see it. Yeah, I see it.
Okay, cool. All right, let me I'm gonna enlarge it a little bit if I can. Okay, these two cats here. Let me try to get their name right. It's Nankunum and Kunum Hotel. We'll just call them Nincompoop for the night. You understand? These two guys here. You understand? This right here shows these two men here sharing a kiss. They hugged up. You understand? Now, guess what? The ISUPK is all about brotherhood. but we don't get down like this. You understand? We ain't sharing no kiss. We ain't doing none of that. You understand? You know, something else I know that DMG is gonna try to bring up is about the kiss in the Bible. You know, all because of Christianity and they lies. You know, they believe it is a smooch on the cheek. I'm gonna show that that's not true. You understand? But these two guys here were, I believe these were the first two cosmetologists or something like that in Egypt. And these guys, look at it. And it's kind of weird. You understand? How?
Hold on, Cap. Are you for real when you say that they was cosmetologists, or you just playing?
I'm being serious.
Okay.
It was like nail techs or something. I don't you know what I'm saying? It is something, you understand? And these guys here, these two guys here was homosexuals, man. You know what I mean? You can see it, even though some of the walls are destroyed, but you can clearly see these two, and you see all them other men in the background in line too. You understand? Nothing but men. You understand? Nothing but me. I ain't seen none of them with their wives and their children. You don't see none of those kind of pictures. You know what I'm saying? You don't see no family photos in Egypt, but you will see all this old porn on the walls that they did. You know, they was good and nasty for that. You know what I mean? And here it is right here. They are these two, Nankanum and Kanum Hotep. I probably butchered the name, but they turned around and they are homosexuals. You can clearly see this. You understand? These two men hugging, they right in each other's face. They nose to nose, lip to lip. You understand? Peck to peck. You understand? Like this is Kemet. This is Kemet, man. You understand? Let me see if I can make it a little bigger. This is Kemet right here. This is Egypt, and you got to be some really got to be wrong with you to turn around and worship all this nonsense where they clearly push homosexuality. The God of the Bible is totally against it. God is totally against homosexuality and lesbianism. He's against it. You understand? And it's gonna be real hard for this brother to prove it. I'm real anxious to hear what he got to say. You understand? But here's one picture. Let me see if I can get it. Okay, here's another one. Now this one just looks suspect right here. This God is supposed to be, now this is that ankh, right? And it's an ankh that he has in his hand. And they turn around and claim that the ankh it's a vagina and it's a penis, right? And you see he's putting it into his mouth. You understand? And what he claimed to be doing is he's putting it in his mouth to give him life. But you understand this is the story on that. But this one just looks suspect. You understand? This, I mean, like cats got these tattooed on their arms and their neck. They wear them on chains. They walk around with them. I mean, you walking around with a ding-a-ling on your arm and around your neck. You understand? Like that is disgusting as hell. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to walk around with a penis of somebody else's. You understand? You walk around with a penis or a ding-a-ling of somebody else's around your arm and your neck and in your hand and on your hat. They got it everywhere. You understand? They got them everywhere on their hats, on the staff. I've seen brothers with them on staffs, earrings, all kind of nonsense, man. This is ridiculous. People talk about the God of the Bible, but the God of the Bible ain't got no funny business going on. Ain't nobody putting no rod and no vagina, the damn hermaphrodite in the man's mouth. You understand? You putting both genders in the man's mouth. Like, come on, man. Both sets of genitals. Like, that is ridiculous. So like I said, this one is suspect, but just to touch on, this is Kemet though. This is Kemet. That's the one I want DMG to explain himself about that one. Okay, hold on. Let me get some more pictures. Hold on, because I got a couple more.
While you find them pictures, man, hey, DMG, Cap going in. He say he got the receipts, man. He's showing you the pictures. He's saying that this points to homosexuality. He say one of your people was a nail tech. So hey, I wanted you to come back.
Here's the thing.
Hey, you know there's some men stylists.
Check it out. I really thought Cap was gonna come with some actual information, and I like the comedy. And you know I'm laughing just like y'all is because I was waiting for some real information, but I ain't getting none. Kanoum Hotep was a governor. I believe the other cat worked for him or something like that. If anybody know anything about Egyptian art, it's the two-dimensional art style, and this is from what I forget whatever year BC. So it's still not on par with the art we see today. So they had a specific way of drawing. I didn't see anything homosexual about the drawing though, because I don't see two men having sex. I don't see their lips even touching. But that's fine if that's what Cap see. I don't know why Cap see that, but if that's what he see, that's what he see. As far as the Unk, everybody knows that the Unk literally means life. It's the symbol and word for life. I don't even know where Cap got this penis and vagina thing from, because I guarantee you he can't show me that in any Kemetic or Egyptian text. He can't show me that nowhere where the Unk means penis and vagina. He can't show. Big
bro.
Go ahead.
Big bro. I told everybody before this thing started, when it comes to Kemet, I come to you if I need information about it. I don't know if I've ever read. I don't know if I've ever read that that's a penis and a vagina, but I have heard people say that though.
Yeah, I'm sure you heard some dummies. If Cap gonna come on here and repeat what dummies say, he welcome to repeat everything he done heard every idiot say. But if he gonna come with what it really means, everybody know it's the symbol and word for life. So again, I don't know where the penis and vagina came from. If Cap can show me, I just seen this. You know how I am about jewelry. I like jewelry. I just seen this this gold Star David. I was like, dang, I bet my man Cap would like that. I will buy it for him if he can show me that in the Kemetic text that the Unk means penis and vagina. Now, if he repeating some shit that he heard a nutbag say, then that's on him. But if he can show me that in the text, I will buy that gold Star David for my brother. Now,
that sounds like a bet. That sounds like a bet to me.
Moving on to the other image he showed, I think he just showed New, who we know. Hold on, you said I got some splaining to do. I'm splaining. So Gab and New are the personifications of the earth and the sky. I don't know, like one is a woman and one is a man. I don't know what's gay about it. One is literally a woman. The sky is the woman. The sky is the woman and the earth is the man. If they having sex, it's heterosexual sex.
You talking about this one right here? With the man with his penis. You talking about this? So this ain't dating. That's two men. That's two penises right there. You don't see that?
What don't you see the stars? You see the stars on her body? She's the sky.
Do you see that sick mess? The penis, bro. They know that.
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying,
bro. No, it's on the artwork.
One mic, y'all. One mic, one at a time.
It's on the artwork. She has a beard.
I'm telling you. I understand. Cap.
Let him explain, Cap. Let him explain, Cap. Let him explain.
That's a penis right there, bro.
New is a female, Cap. I'm telling you.
Penis?
Listen, I'm not denying Cap, I'm not denying what the picture shows.
So
I'm just telling you,
with a penis, though.
if you look up Gab and Newt, you're gonna see one is male and one is female.
No,
That's all I'm telling you.
I'm looking at the artwork. This is Gab and Newt right here. You just said this is Gab and Newt.
What does the text? What does the text say?
The female.
What does the text say?
Oh, you just said that.
Sure, I got one better for you. Here, let's do it.
Hold on. You just said that this picture that I got up is Gab and Newt. And you saying the one with the stars on it is a female. But this female got a beard and a penis.
Explain that, DMG.
How you gonna explain that? How is that a woman with a?
Let him go, Cap. Let him go, Cap. Hold on, Cap. Hold on, Cap. Let him go. Let him go. Go ahead, DMG.
Let me share my screen. Now, you know what? Matter of fact, I ain't even got to share my screen because this, like I said, all anybody got to do is look them up. Now, why this image that Cap pulled up has a penis? I have no idea, and that's not on. That's not on the wall. I don't know why that image got a penis because Gab, and if you look up Gab and Newt is a female. Yeah. I just pulled up. Look, I just pulled up 40 other images of the same being with stars on her body, and it's a female. So I don't know where that came from, but it's a female. I don't know what to tell you. If you look at the text, it's a woman, and that woman has children. So, what you want me to say? That image is incorrect.
The image is incorrect. No, it ain't.
That's incorrect. Newt is a goddess.
You just said there was both of them on that picture, and listen, that's what you just said. You just said that was both of them, and you said the one with the stars
Newt is a goddess.
The woman got the penis, bro.
Okay, on that.
Hold on. Pause, Cap. This is what he's saying, Cap. He's saying that she's a female. He's saying that he don't know where that image come from.
I don't know where that image come from. Listen to this. Gab takes Shu's wife, Tefnut, as his chief queen, separating Shu from his sister wife, just as Shu had previously done to him. This is a woman.
That ain't no woman. That's two men.
I mean, like I said, your image is incorrect, Cap. I don't know what to tell you.
Where the beard come from? Now, what you mean you don't know what to tell me?
I don't know what to tell you.
This ain't the first time been brought out. That's not the first time the image has been brought out, brother. That's gay as hell for a man to be bent over. Which one was the man though? The one on the bottom, and the one woman was on the top, right? So the man is the one that got his penis shooting at his mouth.
Look, I'm looking at an image.
How do you explain
Newt and Gab with the head up?
Pull it up, DMG. Pull it up. Pull it up.
Hold on. How do you explain the man laying on the ground with his butt up, legs up over his head, and his damn penis shooting at his mouth? That's incorrect too? Is that incorrect, DMG? Or is that your guy having his penis shooting at his mouth?
What was your question?
You said the woman was the one on top. I'm gonna pull the image back up.
Go ahead. I'm finna share my screen. Hold on.
Okay. Well, I'll let you share yours and then I'll share mine.
Just to show you that obviously it's your image and my image is contradicting each other. Hold on.
Okay, hold up, y'all. Everybody, wait. Okay, so while you pulling your screen up, DMG, I'm not for sure. You know, I don't know nothing about that KEMET stuff. The picture, the picture that Captain pulled up, right? Is that just a meme, or is that something actually on the walls in KEMET? Do you know?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I know you ain't gonna see it on the walls in KEMET, though.
Okay, go ahead, DMG.
So now my point being that's Gab and Newt. So I don't know what Cap's showing. like I said, do you see a penis in this picture? So which one? What we talking about? Gab has children. She gives birth to children. I mean, Nuke gives birth to children. So this is a woman. This is a female deity. I don't know what Cap's showing, but this Nuke is a female deity. She gives birth to children. One represents the earth. One represents the sky. That's why the stars are on her body. It's a female. It is what it is. Like it ain't no big deal to me. It's a female deity.
I'm sure it ain't no big deal to you because you cool and comfortable with that with them pictures of prophets and all that. Now, this is what I want you to explain, right?
I mean,
this is what I want you to explain.
It is what it is. So look,
right, it is what it is. Okay, now let me help you out. Because that nonsense that you just pulled, that ain't no stuff that's on the wall either.
Look, some of the titles of Newt were Coverer of the Sky. Newt was the goddess of the visible sky, which is why she's depicted on all fours, arching her back with stars all over her body. It's a female deity. I don't know what we're talking about. I don't know what Cap pulled up.
Okay, I'm gonna pull it up again.
And one thing, Cap, you got to know too. They say that those are not real people; those are just concepts. So, can concepts be gay?
Absolutely, it's gay. When you got two penises right there, something is gay. You understand?
I don't whatever the artist trying to depict. That's on that artist, but we know whoever is familiar with the Kemetic text knows Geb is a male and Newt is a female. It is what it is.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard too.
That's a fact.
And don't forget, I don't know either way, but that's what I have heard, that that's a man and a woman, and one of them represents the sky, and the other represent the other represent the earth. But Cap make a good point though. Cap saying if this is the image of the sky and the other person is the image of the earth, why does it have to have homosexual undertones? That's where Cap coming from. Go ahead, Cap.
But did you see the image? Didn't have no homosexual undertones. That's what I'm saying.
I got you.
Right, and we can't even prove if this is on the wall or not. So okay, I got you, DMG. Go ahead, Cap.
Okay, now that okay, just say for instance, if DMG is correct and that is a goddess, right? But on this picture, he did admit.
Real quick, Cap. Geb was the Egyptian god. No, that's Geb. I'm looking for Newt. Hold up. Let me get Newt.
Hold on 1 second. You
said if I'm right. I just want to show that I am right. Newt was the goddess of the sky and all heavenly bodies, a symbol of protecting the dead when they entered the afterlife.
Okay.
Ain't no if I'm right. I'm right.
Okay. Now again,
goddess.
If you're right, say that this is a woman, right? You see this image, right? This clearly has a beard here. Just like he has a beard here, there's a penis here. This is so disgusting. Just like a penis is up here, this is the image. This is Kemet. You understand? You see all them eyes and all that other stuff in the background, right? Now, if this is a woman on top with the stars, right? That's the one you said is the female. This one right here. What's up with this one right here that is laying on his damn shoulders, got his butt up in the damn air and his rod in his mouth? How do you explain that?
I just pulled up an image, the same two deities. The female didn't have a penis.
Right here. How do you
am I gonna respond or not? You asked the question, am I gonna respond or not?
Respond to this one. Why
again? I don't even know what this is. I don't know where you got this from.
You already said it's Gab and Newt. That's what you said.
This is not. But you got two males here, Cap. This is not representing Gab and Newt.
Yes, it is.
So it ain't nothing for me to explain except that it's incorrect.
You just said that.
Gab or one is a male and one is a female. Unless that's what you're gonna show me, what do I have to explain?
No, you missing what I'm saying.
You missing what I'm saying. That's not that. Newt is a female, Cap. Newt is a female.
We passed that part. I said, because you said.
What do I need to explain?
Hold on, bro.
If they got Newt wrong, why would I think they got Gab right?
Hold on. You just went to the Wikipedia.
They threw a woman with a penis, Cap. You got a penis.
You read the Wikipedia, and it said that she had the stars on it. You even said that that's who that is supposed to be.
Is it a woman, Cap?
No.
Is it a woman? Is it a woman?
Hold on 1 second. If you are correct about that being a woman, but
it ain't no if. It ain't no if. Let me read it again. This is the Encyclopedia Britannica. This is the Encyclopedia Britannica. In Egyptian religion, the goddess meaning female of the sky, the vault of the heavens, often depicted as a woman, arched over the earth with stars over her body. Her name was Gab. Like, what you mean? If I'm right, I'm right.
Okay, now you said often depicted as a woman. So that means oftentimes it could be depicted as a woman or it could be depicted as a man. Like what it is right here. Hold up.
It wouldn't be depicted as a man.
Hold on, DMG. Hold on. So this one right here, you got to explain that. How is the one you said the female was the one on top with the stars on the body, right? So if this is the female, we're gonna say that it's a female for the sake of conversation because you stuck on that, even though you see that ancient. Hold up. Even though you see this artwork.
So real quick. No. We ain't got to hold up because I've already established correct drawing. That's not a female.
It's often.
It is a female.
It said often.
Let's see if it say Newt is ever depicted as a male. Let's go to Britannica.
Hold on.
Let's go to Britannica and see if Newt is ever portrayed as a male.
But what did you just read though? It said often depicted as a female. In this picture right here, she is depicted as a female.
She would either be depicted as a female cow, or just the sky. It doesn't say anything about a male.
But you admitted that this is
talking about.
You admitted that this picture was supposed to be Gab and Newt. That is what you said. So we can see right here that this is one of those times where it's not so often for her to be depicted as a female. This is depicted as a male. It has.
This ain't just me, Doc. Look what my man say. He's showing the picture wrong. Look, I don't understand what you missing. This picture is incorrect, Chief.
Who's showing the picture wrong? That's the picture, brother. How is that picture wrong when it's the picture? Who did that wrong? Who did the artwork wrong? Who did it wrong? That's what it's showing.
Newt is a female, Cap. Newt is a female.
But it's showing two penises.
I understand, Cap. I understand why you confused because you looking at two dudes. But Newt, if I thought a picture of a male, and then I found out that it's actually supposed to be the depiction of a female, and I realized the picture I'm showing was bogus, I'd be confused too. But that's what it is. Newt is a female. I don't know what else you want. That's what it is. Like, ain't no cap, I ain't making it up. Newt is a goddess. That's not a god, but a goddess. It's a female deity.
Okay, now
as far as Gail, what you want to know about Gail?
1 second. Again, now you said that the one on top was the female, right? Okay, the one with the stars on her body was female. We're gonna give you the benefit of the doubt.
Ain't no benefit of the doubt. I'm right. Ain't no benefit of the doubt. I'm right.
Hold on. No, you're wrong. Because it did say
I'm absolutely right.
Often depicted as a female. So
and then I read what else it was depicted as, and none of them said male.
It don't say that, but there's a picture like that.
No. Yeah. I literally read that it would be the sky, a cow.
I heard you.
It didn't say a male.
Image, but we have this image where
your image is bogus.
Okay. That part could be bogus, right? We'll say that the female is bogus. Somebody just accidentally drew a penis on her, right? For the woman.
So do males have children?
Hold on.
Real quick, nobody. I ain't gonna ask Cap. I'm asking nobody a question. Yeah, let me ask you.
Okay. Everybody pause real quick, Cap. Hold up, Cap. Hold up, y'all. Come on, y'all. Let's do it right. Let's do it right. Everybody pause. Everybody pause. Let's do it right for the.
Hold on one second.
Hold up, y'all. Everybody, let's do it right for the channel's sake. Cap, I'm gonna let you finish your thought, and then DMG, we're gonna let you ask that question. Go ahead, Cap.
All right, right on. Now, what I'm saying is, if you say that the woman, even though you read where it says often depicted as a female, right?
Or a cow.
Hold on.
Let me get it out. DMG. Hold on.
He's not gonna put words in my mouth, Doc.
Hold on. No, I didn't put words in your mouth. You read what it said. It said often depicted as a female. But I listed what it was portrayed as, Cap.
Yeah, he gave you the other. Hold on, Cap. When it said often depicted as a female, then DMG came back and showed you that when it wasn't a female, it could be a cow or this or that. That's what he said.
I heard him say that part.
None of which were a male.
Okay, DMG, we got you, DMG. Let me get it out real quick. Go ahead, Cap.
Have a depiction of damn male. Now,
and it's incorrect.
Hold up.
DMG.
The man that's laying on the ground on his back with his butt in the damn air with his penis in his mouth. How do you explain that? That ain't gay.
Hold up. You say he's sitting on the ground and what now?
You didn't see it? You didn't see your brother with his rock?
Yeah. I didn't. First of all, I just showed that the depiction of Newt was wrong. Why would I pay attention to the depiction again?
Okay, stop. Wait, pause. Now, that's his answer real quick. That's his answer real quick, Cap. Okay, DMG, what's the question you had for me real quick? So we can move to the next. So
because Cap, my brother Cap seemed to be confused. So again, I just want to point out that in mostly depicted in nude human form, Newt was also sometimes depicted in the form of a cow whose great body formed the sky and heavens, a sycamore tree, a giant sow suckling many piglets representing the stars. Now, again, I just want to ask you, nobody.
Okay.
Did any other things I named were they a male with a penis? No. Okay. So, second question. Gab had 4 children: Asar, Sutek, Aset, and Nebhet. Can a male have children? Give birth to children?
No.
So what would that indicate to you that Geb would be then? I mean, that Newt would be. Would that indicate that this was a female deity or a male deity?
Based off what you read, it would have to be a female deity.
All right, grand motherfucking opening, grand motherfucking closing.
Okay, go ahead, Cap. Go ahead, Cap.
What you know about what's that guy named Atum?
Atum,
Didn't he say he impregnated himself? Isn't that what they say about the guy Atum?
Oh.
Isn't that what they say about the guy Atum? Ain't that what they say? Grand motherfucking opening and closing. Ain't that what they say?
Yeah.
Come on, DMG. You gotta come back, bro.
Hold on. I got you, Cap. Listen. No, it ain't no. I don't know why you stuttering. Listen to who it says. Listen to who it says. Listen to who it says. Newt has children by her husband. Gab.
I just said
her husband. Gab.
I just said
she has 4 children. Asar, Sutek, Offset, and Nebhet with her husband, Gab. What the fuck are we talking about?
Hey, nobody.
What do a No, we talking about Newt and Gab.
Didn't Atum? Didn't they say that Atum impregnated himself? You don't know?
Atum created everything. What I don't understand what Atum got to do with Gab and Newt though.
The story ain't that he masturbated and got himself pregnant and had his own children. Ain't that the story?
I think it goes. It might go something like that.
Like that. That ain't gay.
He said
that ain't gay to you.
Masturbating is gay.
The picture.
Masturbating is gay. Hold on, Cap. Masturbating is gay.
Impregnating
hold on.
himself.
I just want to be.
You, Cap. Is masturbating gay? Go ahead, Cap. Answer that. I got you, DMG. I got you, DMG. Go ahead, Cap.
I did not say masturbation was gay, bro. I did not say masturbation was gay. That's not what I was talking about. I'm talking about this picture. I'm about to show it right now of the god Atum. When you brought out impregnating a man and she got pregnant by her husband, I'm showing you in ancient Kemet how a man supposed to have impregnated himself. It's gay.
But what a man impregnating himself got to do with her husband?
With him laying on that's gay. Bro.
But what do a man? So if a man impregnating himself, what do they got to do with her?
That's gay, bro. So Kemet is gay.
So what? But
man,
where the other?
You still ain't explaining why.
Where is the other?
Hold up, y'all. One mic.
Real quick. No, nobody. I got another
Cap. Hello, Cap. Once you ask the question, Cap, you got to give DMG time to answer it. Go ahead, DMG.
Okay, I got another question because I'm confused. Cap said that he was about to show something.
Hold up, DMG. Wait. Hold up, DMG. Answer Cap question first, and then ask.
I don't know what the question is because I thought he was about to show something that was gay. I saw one person.
What was your last question, Cap? And then we give DMG, and we can go to the next homosexual subject, whether in the Bible or Kemet or somewhere else. What was that last question you asked, Cap?
Okay, now about Atum, when DMG had mentioned Gab getting impregnated, Newt getting pregnant by Gab, her cousin, and I'm showing in ancient Kemet these gods Atum, which he said he believed the story go the way that I said it, which it does. This man impregnated himself, and on this picture right here, you got men catching his sperm. These are supposed to be men catching his sperm. This is gay as it get. You understand? A man turned around and masturbated, supposedly had got himself pregnant, and then birthed his own 2 children out of his penis, And then now the picture you see, they got men. This is a man down there catching the semen.
So what's your question, Cap?
So,
right, I'm trying to figure out
what's your question, Cap?
Is this gay? Would this be gay? Would this be erotic, undertone?
LGTB? Or no, DMG?
Would that be gay?
A person who masturbated and had kids, and now the people, in the picture that Cap just showed, they catching his sperm that he putting out. Would that be gay?
So he masturbated and got himself pregnant. He didn't have sex. I don't see another dude that he having sex with. But but you saying
no, hello, Cap. We're gonna take that answer. We're gonna take that answer. DMG.
Right. So I'm just trying to figure. So I'm just making sure we clear. So he masturbated, or he got himself pregnant somehow, which we know ain't possible. But he got himself pregnant, and some make believe. Right.
He talking about them catching the semen on that picture he showed last.
Okay.
His semen going all over the place, and those are supposed to be men catching the semen. So that ain't gay.
Is that homosexual? Is that gay?
Two men that had sex to have the children. It was
so. What's the?
He masturbated. He had sex with himself, and he birthed his own kids out of his own penis. But on that picture, it had semen shooting all over the place, and it had men on the side, up and down the picture, catching the semen. Is that gay to you or not?
Is that part gay, DMG?
How would it be gay though? I'm still trying to figure out who is he having sex with.
So you
no. Hello, everybody pause. Hello, wait, I got you, Cap. I got Cap. Hello, everybody pause. I got you. Everybody pause. I got you. DMG. Hello, DMG. Wait, DMG. Wait. DMG. Pause for paradigm shift's sake. What Cap is asking you, not him impregnating himself. The people that are catching the semen in the last image that he showed, that semen that he spread it out, not only did he impregnate himself, but he talking not the impregnated part. He talking about the part where the people are catching the semen, including men. Is that gay?
I got it. And so here's the thing. Cap doesn't understand what he is. If we're gonna talk at the same time,
one mic, Cap. One mic. Go ahead, DMG.
So now, a tune created by masturbation with the hand he used in this act, and it's interpreted as the female principle inherent within him, and it is identified with the goddess Hathor, which is also called Het Haru. In other interpretations, he made it with his own shadow. So this would be the part where Cap said he impregnated himself. So it shows where his essence or his semen, as Cap said, was the source of all creations, and that celestial beings caught said semen and used it to create the universe. So again, this is not something that would be considered gay, as in two men having sex. This is them knowing that when a man puts his seed into a woman, life comes forth. That's how people saw creation. When a man put his seed in a woman, a baby comes forth. So this God Atum, if he putting his seed out, that must be how the universe came about. These were ancient people trying to figure out how the universe was created. It ain't nothing gay about it. It don't mention him having sex with another man, or him or them eating his semen or taking his semen and having sex with us. It don't say nothing about that. I don't know where the gay is supposed to be coming in at.
So
all right, stop right there. Stop. No, wait, no, Cap. Stop right there. Stop right there.
Read the text.
No, everybody pause.
Instead of looking at pictures.
DMG, I got you, Cap. I got you. I got both of y'all. Come on now. Y'all know y'all my bros. I got y'all. All right. Just to be fair, DMG explained the image above with the female and the penis, regardless of what his answer was. He explained the dude on his back and with the penis in his mouth and all that. So now we've been on there for an hour. Now it's time for DMG to take the lead. DMG, what do you want to point out that is homosexual about anything that Cap believes, so we can switch to something else?
Before I get into that, I got a question for Cap. Hey, Cap, is Atum, Geb, Newt, are those real people? Like, do those gods and goddesses, do they exist?
Those are gods.
I just need a yes or no. I just need a yes or no.
Yes or no, Cap?
Do they
Yes or no,
exist?
Cap?
Wait a minute. Wait, hold up. We can't. You can't turn around.
Wait. Pause. Wait. Everybody pause. Cap, give a yes or no first, then explain. Yes or no first, then explain.
I'll give you the answer. No, they not. But you cannot take away. Hold up. No, you can't laugh because they actually believe. No, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Go ahead, Cap.
Guess what? You guess what?
We got it. Come on, DMG. Hello, wait. This is the smartest chat room on YouTube, so we got you, DMG. Go ahead, Cap.
You believe in it so much that you went and tattooed you a ding-a-ling on your arm too. You understand? You believe it too. You understand?
Come on,
and you ain't gonna be able to find it nowhere in Kemet that it mean people.
And guess what?
I bet your headband, I bet your ISBK headband that you ain't gonna be able to find that nowhere in Kemet. Go ahead.
Like I said, they believe that nonsense. You understand? So you can't say that just because they're not real, that you're gonna take away from the fact that they believe it. They drew it.
But your answer was no, though. Right? Okay, so I'm gonna get into my joint. Because I just want to make sure. We was clear on the fact that Cap know that those are real people.
You got a man laying on the ground with his penis in his mouth.
I got a second question, which is why I wanted a yes or no, so we can hurry up and get to it. So, David, Jonathan, Paul, Peter, are those people listed in the Bible? Are those real people?
Those real people, absolutely.
Those are real people. Okay. Mm-hmm. So the deities that Cap just showed in Kemet, those are not real people. They don't exist, never did exist. However, the people in the Bible who I'm about to talk about, according to Cap, they did exist. I just wanted that for the record. So I now that we got that established, let me say this. So just to illustrate how the people of Kemet felt about homosexuality, let's go to the maxims of Ptah-hotep. This is the oldest surviving text in the world that dates back to the 12th dynasty, like 1991 to 1785 BC in like the Middle Kingdom, right? It's a manual of good and polite conduct, right? It's an older man telling his younger protege how he should conduct himself. This is one of the things he says about homosexuality. And this is ancient Kemet, right? 12th dynasty. You should not have sex with a woman boy. This is what he says. You should not have sex with a woman boy. Not you should, but you should not. Right? Now, Cap says that they were gay in ancient Kemet, but Ptah-hotep tells his protege, you should not have sex with a woman boy. What does the Pert M. Haru, misnomer the Book of the Dead, say about homosexuality? Right? It says that during the contentions of Haru and Sutek, everybody knows this story, right? Where Sutek, who is the personification of chaos, he tries to sodomize his nephew Haru, right? And he claims that he did this thing to the presiding gods and goddesses who are overseeing they battles. This is what the Neteru, or the gods who Set makes this accusation to. The Neter screamed out loud and spat in Haru's face. They were so appalled at the thought of Haru being a homosexual that they screamed at him and spit in his face. So clearly, the Neteru felt that for Haru to be a homosexual was incompatible with manhood and kingship in ancient Kemet. But also in that same narrative, when Sutek tried to sodomize his nephew and he prevented it from happening, the story says that some of Set's seed got on Haru's hand and he went to his mother and was like, look what my uncle tried to do. She was so appalled that even though he stopped him from doing it, the fact that his seed got on her son's hand, she chopped her own son's hand off. So to say that these were people who were into homosexuality is a goddamn joke. In the narrative, she cut her son's hand off because the seed got on it. That's how disgusted she was with that. So like when we have people who don't know what they talking about, who ain't never read the text, ain't never studied the text, don't have no historical basis because they think they some other people from Palestine or somewhere. When they start talking about African matters, you got to take that to heart because they don't even know who they is. So how can they tell you about somebody else's text? So you gotta understand that. But
okay,
real.
Hold on, wait, DMG. I gotta be fair. Be
fair when I get done. I just got one more thing.
Okay, real quick. Go ahead. You know, Kimmy, go ahead.
In the 42, everybody know about the 42, all of that, right? Here's one more thing about homosexuality. It says, I did not sexually penetrate another man. Oh, his face behind him who comes forth from Tebhet, I have not been perverted. I have not had sexual relations with a boy or another male. So again, more indications on what the people of ancient Kemet thought about homosexuality. And then I got one more thing I'm gonna read from a scholar, and then I want to ask Cap about some of these people who he say actually did. And I'm gonna
pause you. Once you get through reading what you read, once you get through reading what you read, I want you to read that first. Once you get through reading what you read, is that pertaining to Kemet or the Bible? What you're about to read?
It's pertaining to Kemet. I'm responding, and then I'm gonna get into my question.
I know. Okay, so I want you to respond with everything you said about Kemet, and then I'm gonna give Cap a chance to rebuttal that, and then you go into the Bible. Okay, go ahead.
Good deal. So now, as indicated in the narrative of Haru and Sutek, homosexuality had a negative connotation in ancient Kemet. It's clear that the ancient Kemetic story did not promote or condone homosexuality. The ancient people of Kemet understood that homosexuality existed. They just didn't approve of it. Now, this is according to Carolyn Gray Brown, who collected the work Sex and Gender in Ancient Egypt. She says, the story clearly describes an attempted rape. The background of the dispute are Sutek's or Set's motives. He and Haru are not in love. Again, he and Haru are not in love. He hates his nephew, and his nephew wants him to pay for killing his father. The rape attempt was clearly performed in an effort to humiliate Haru. Again, the rape attempt was made in effort to humiliate Haru. The only common ground between the rape and homosexuality is that the act was of a same-sex nature. This is more akin to molestation than it is same-sex love. Now, I don't know if Cap supports molestation, but I'm gonna assume that he doesn't. So I don't even know why he would take an instance of molestation or rape and try to make it into a homosexual narrative. Let's stop the cap. These people did not condone homosexuality, period.
Okay.
But turn it back over to Cap.
Okay, let's park right there. Cap, Cap, it's your chance to rebuttal everything you heard. Go ahead, bro.
So he just read a story about a man trying to rape another man and to make him pay and punish him, and you don't think that that's gay? You want to say that that's more so molestation than it is gay? It's both of them. They're wrong with you. If they family, it's incest, it's all kinds of sick, nasty mess that you try to gloss right over. You understand? And try to make an excuse for that nonsense. That is disgusting. But on the this is from let me see. This is the story. The one I pulled first about whatever their names is, Nan Kunum and Kunum Hotep. Kunum Hotep. It says the best known case of possible homosexuality in ancient Egypt is that of the two high officials, Nan Kunum and Kunum Hotep. Both men lived and served under Pharaoh Nisir during the 5th dynasty, 2494 through 2345 BC, and Nankunum and Kunum Hotep each had families of their own with children and wives, but when they died, their families apparently decided to bury them together in the same mastaba tomb. In this mastaba, several paintings predict both men embracing each other and touching their faces nose on nose. These depictions leave plenty of room for speculation because in ancient Egypt, the nose on nose touching normally represented a kiss. So that's when DMG said he didn't see the picture kiss, this is where it meant a kiss. That's why I said what I said. Because in ancient, what man, nobody, I would never walk up to you and put my nose on your nose for nothing. You understand? You my brother.
And I won't even let you do that. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? But ancient Kemet did though. That's and it's on their walls. You understand? And then it says this. It said Egyptologists and historians disagree about how to interpret the paintings of Nankunum and Kunum Hotep. Some scholars believe that the paintings reflect an example of homosexuality between two married men and prove that the ancient Egyptians accepted same-sex relations. You understand? Guess what? I love all my brothers in the ISUPK, and we ain't never touched noses. You understand? We ain't never got that goddamn close to each other in each other's face.
So Cap, you mean to tell me that you and the officers under you, y'all ain't never did an Eskimo kiss?
We ain't never did no kiss like that, brother. We ain't never we ain't never went around the cheek. You understand? We ain't never know. We never took each other's nose and did like that. We ain't never did none of that. But you see it on the walls in Kemet. And then here you go. You got DMG with a ding-a-ling tattooed on his arm. And then he trying to explain how the man wanted to rape his nephew. And he said, oh, I don't see how Cap would say that that's gay. It would be molestation. Brother, you is crazy as hell. And see, that's the problem with brothers believing in that sick mess, man. You start making excuses for it. You understand? In the Bible, guess what? Ain't no man supposed to do nothing with no other man.
Give it about 30 more seconds, Captain. Wrap it up. Go ahead.
No woman. All right, no sweat. Ain't no woman, because I'm anxious to hear this brother.
I know, me too.
Some more of this nonsense. Because you see, he ain't want to explain the picture with the man with his penis in his mouth. You understand? He ain't want to explain that. And you see, I just proved him wrong about the first picture that I pulled because they were kissing. Because in ancient Kemet, that's what it represented. When you nose to nose with a Negro, y'all kissing each other. Even if you didn't, you're going to look funny as hell to me. You understand? He said the scholars believe that ancient Kemet accepted homosexuality. You understand? And with him just trying to explain that story about Seth and Haru, that sounded like DMG accepts homosexuality too. He sounded like one of them brothers like they'd be like, oh, I don't care what you do as long as it don't bother me. He sounded like one of them brothers. You understand? When guess what? I'm against it all day and all night long, every day. And I don't make no excuses for it. If a man try to sleep with another man, I don't give a damn what his reason is. You're gay. And Seth was gay for wanting to sleep with Haru. That was gay.
Got you, Cap. DMG, time for you to flip. No, wait, no, DMG, no. This ain't a time for you to rebuttal his rebuttal. In my opinion, and you know how smart your little brother is, we got the smartest chat room. I think you've already proved your point. It's time for this next hour.
I ain't about to rebuttal nothing, but I did.
Go in.
I just wanted to say I'm glad Cap said that, because I remember Tazoriak saying he gave a brother a kiss.
Come on, bro.
At some event, so we good. I want to say this though.
Go ahead. Now flip it. No, it's your turn to press your cap on the Bible.
Yeah. It's all good. So Genesis 24, 2 through 3 and 9, and then again 47 and 29. It's a little weird to me now, and I'm gonna let Cap explain it. And I got more questions, but I'm gonna let him explain this one first. So it said Abraham said to his servant, the oldest of his house, who had charge of all he had, put your hand under my thigh, and I will make you swear by the Lord, the God of heaven and earth, that you will not get a wife for my son from the daughters of the Canaanites amongst whom I live. So the servant put his hand under the thigh of Abraham, his master, and swore to him concerning this matter. Another story from Genesis explains that at the age of 17, after being in Egypt for 17 years, Jacob urged Joseph to swear to him that he would not bury him in Egypt, but in the land of his ancestors. When the time of Israel's death drew near, he called his son Joseph, this is son, and said to him, if I have found favor with you, put your hand under my thigh and promise to deal loyally and truly with me. Do not bury me in Egypt. Now again, if a man said to another man, put your hand under my thigh, that request will probably not seem very strange in today's openly homosexual culture, right? But for one of God's chosen people to do so would be rather weird. However, that is exactly what happened in the Bible in these instances, right? Now, it's a logical explanation. So I know everybody heard of the term euphemism, and a euphemism is an inoffensive expression which is substituted for one that is considered offensive. And that is certainly true of the word thigh, which in these instances indicates the body's regenerative parts, the loins. And I'm gonna prove it. So let's go here. Now, this is a quote. It does not mean thigh, but it means the male genital region. Jewish scholar Nahim Sarna says, holding the circumcised membrane, which is called the sign of the covenant, may invoke the presence and power of God as a guarantor of the oath. Naturally, you can see why translators decided to go with thigh. Yeah, I bet they did, rather than circumcised penis. Not only is it more family friendly, but it's not necessarily important to understand the true meaning of the text. I would add that accepting a person's word on the oath involves a great deal of trust, balanced with the considerable trust in allowing another man to hold your genitals. Damn, to hold your genitals. This was as powerful an oath as there could be between two men. I bet it is. The thigh or the penis in this instance is regarded as the seat of procreation, the source of offspring, the hollow of the thigh, Genesis 32 and 25, and is the power, and is therefore the power associated with life. So now continues. It was during the patriarchal period in the Bible that oaths were taken by placing a hand under the reproductive organ, or as it says, thigh, as stated in the text. The English terms testify and testes or witness is of a similar relation. This action may represent the calling of one's descendants as witnesses to the oath. Damn. When the hand is placed under, near, or upon the sexual organs, it created the sense that the oath was being made in the presence of one's descendants, with them as witness to the vow. Some other interpretations suggest that the powers associated with the loins are invoked in taking the vow, or that the covenant of circumcision is connected with the covenant of establishing an oath. Paul Archmeyer, who was a professor of biblical interpretation at Union Theological Seminary, states that some believe punishment from God for breaking such an oath might include the death of one's offspring, or the fate of dying childless, hence putting your hands on the man's penis. Damn. According to Jewish commentator Rashi, the thigh in these Bible verses definitely does not mean the literal thigh, but means the organ of circumcision, i.e. the penis. The reason is because one who takes the oath must hold his hand on a sacred object, such as a scroll of the Torah, and that the circumcision was his, meaning Abraham's, first commandment, and came to him through suffering. And it was believed, and it was beloved to him, and therefore he chose it as the object upon to take this oath. Finally, biblical scholar Taylor Marshall has a slightly different opinion. Rather than the penis, he believes the thigh refers to swearing upon the testicles. Damn. He further shows this connection by mentioning the association between testicles and testimony being not just Semitic or Jewish. This etymological connection between testicles and witness is also found in Greek, French, and obviously English. My question to Cap10K. This is a real person, Abraham. This ain't no made up deity like, say, an Atum, a Geb, or a Nuke. This is a real person. This is your ancestor, supposedly, Abraham. Why did Abraham and Jacob like men rubbing on their balls and their penis to make an oath? And do you think that has homosexual undertones?
And who you said wrote that you read?
It's several scholars. No, not at all. I said who the scholars was. I just need you to answer the question.
Oh, okay. You don't want to tell me? Okay, no sweat. Because
I said you want the scholar.
I got you.
Did I not name the scholar?
I got you, DMG. I got you. Hold up, Cap.
Yes, sir.
He did name about 3 or 4 scholars, Cap. But do you remember the question that he asked?
Right. I heard Rabbi Rashi. Those are white dudes, man. You understand? And those white people have absolutely nothing to do with our culture. And I'm gonna read to you the definition. They don't. The stuff that they do is not how we get down, right? And I'll give you for instance, like I said, when they kiss, right? They actually kiss each other on their face. They take their lips and they touch each other's cheeks with their lips. We do not do that. You understand? I got the definition for that here. You understand? To show you what a kiss is just simply a touch, and how we do the pound and that. You understand? They got nothing to do with no smooching, no pet. All right. Now, but the thigh thing, all right, this is in the Zondervan Pictorial Bible Dictionary, right? And this says thigh, okay? And it's the upper part of the leg in a man, or of a rear leg in a quadruped. To put one's hand under the thigh of another was to enhance the sacredness of an oath. In Genesis 24, 2 and 9, 47 and 29, it says to fight the hip and thigh, right? What you don't know about the Bible is that Abraham was a soldier. Abraham had a sword. He put his hand on it was on his side where his sword was. That's what that was. He didn't actually rub the brother's leg and put his hand under there. Because you said now in that article that you read, you understand, it said that you're supposed to touch the man's balls and play with his penis. You understand? That stuff that you read is off. That's not how we get down. You understand? The only male that would do that would be a professional, and he would be doing a circumcision. You understand? That's all. Okay? Because the same way they do it in hospitals today, that's where they get it from. You understand? They get it from the Bible. So what you just read was totally off. You understand? You didn't know that what that was him putting his hand on his side and his sword and enhancing that oath between them two. Not no doggone, he actually was rubbing his leg. You understand? That's not what that meant. The Bible is filled with symbolics and metaphors. Everything ain't written out the way that you think it is. You understand? But you coming from Kemet, you understand? I would understand why you would believe that. You understand?
So my brother Cap said the Bible is filled with similes and metaphors. So I think he really backing up what the scholars said. Like, so the thigh could be symbolic for the balls and the penis. But I'm gonna move on to my next.
That's not what I said.
I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on to my next question, because I don't want to be
one mic.
I want to be all night. You had stuff you wanted to cover. I want to get to the rest of the stuff I want to cover real quick.
Go ahead, come on. With it.
So with that being said, I feel like it's important to get to this. So in Deuteronomy, right, it talks about like if a man is found with another man, they should be put to death. Like if a man lays with a man as he does a woman, they should be put to death, right? And I hear that. I'm sure Cap and nobody both agree with that. That's what's up. Now I'm glad it don't say nothing about if a woman is found laying with a woman, what should happen, because when we get to Ruth and Naomi, and I think these sisters was mother-in-law and sister-in-law, but let's look at what a scholar by the name of David Hill says. And this is I mean, not David Hill, Dale Martin, my bad. Dale Martin, who was a professor at Yale, biblical studies and New Testament studies at Yale, and now is a professor emeritus at Yale. He says the love between women is honored in the lives of biblical figures, Ruth and Naomi. The two women are an inspiration for lesbians and the whole LGBTQ community. Ruth's famous vows to Naomi are often used in weddings, heterosexual as well as same-sex marriages. Few people realize these beautiful promises were originally spoken by one woman to another. Where you go, I will go. And where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God will be my goddamn God. Were Ruth and Naomi lesbians? The same Hebrew word, dabak, is used to describe Adam's feelings for Eve and Ruth's feelings for Naomi. Damn. In Genesis 2:24, it says, therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. The way that Adam cleaved to Eve is the way that Ruth clung to Naomi. Countless couples have validated this interpretation by using their vows as a model for how spouses should love each other. Hold up. I'm wait a minute now. So these are 2 feet. Okay, when Ruth spoke those words, those haunting words, where you die, I will die, and there I will be buried, she wasn't talking about some theoretical distant future. She was giving voice to the very real possibility that her decision to place her life in the hands of another woman could result in death. The sensible thing would have been to allow Naomi to return to her people and her family, and for Ruth to return to hers. But Ruth didn't do the sensible thing. She threw caution to the wind and went against every survival instinct. Only one word.
DMG.
Hold up, I got a lot to go. Hold up.
No, go ahead. I want you to land your plane though. Go ahead.
Explain her actions. Only one word would explain her actions: love. After this speech spoken in the first chapter, the story moves on to tell Ruth and Naomi's life together. The focus is on the quality of their relationship. The biblical storyteller chronicles how Ruth cared for Naomi by taking the only job available to a husbandless woman, cleaning. The author tells of Ruth's eventual marriage to a much older man, Boaz. The marriage is portrayed as one of convenience, contrived to help Ruth and Naomi survive the harsh conditions of widowhood. No mention is made of Ruth's love for her husband. And when Ruth finally bears a son from her marriage, the text focuses on Naomi and her reaction to the great news, not on the father. In fact, the women of the village and the author ignore the father entirely, poor Boaz, saying a son has been born to Naomi. In Ruth 4:17, they remind her that Ruth, who loves you, is more to you than 7 sons. That's Ruth 4:15. Everyone seems to understand that for Ruth and Naomi, their most important relationship is the one they share with one another. Here then is the story the Bible tells. Ruth felt towards Naomi as Adam felt towards Eve. She gave up everything so that she could be with Naomi. She put her own life at risk so she could spend it caring for Naomi. And even after she married a man, her most important relationship remained the one she had with Naomi. These actions and emotions are difficult and impossible to explain as mere friendship or in-law and in-law connection. If we set aside our preconceptions of what is possible in the Bible, the book of Ruth reads like the story of 2 women who fell in love. Shout out to Dale Martin. Cap, could Ruth and Naomi have been lesbian lovers?
Man, now this, you read a nice article, right? And what this person said, but where does it say that in the Bible? Because I'm gonna start off with the story that you halfway mentioned. All right, in Ruth 1, you understand, because they was not lesbian at all. Okay, Ruth 1:1, it says, "Now it came to pass in the days when the judges ruled, and there was a famine in the land, and a certain man of Bethlehem, Judah, went to sojourn in the country of Moab, he and his wife and his 2 sons. And the name of the man was Elimelech, and the name of his wife Naomi, and the name of his 2 sons, Mahlon and Chilion, Ephrathites, and Bethlehem, Judah. And they came into the country of Moab and continued there. And Elimelech's, Naomi's husband, died, and she was left and her 2 sons. And they took them wives of the women of Moab. The name of the one was Orpah, and the name of the other Ruth. She was married. And they dwelled there about 10 years, and Mahlon and Chilion died, also both of them. And the woman was left of her 2 sons and her husband. Then she arose with the daughters-in-law that she might return them, she might return from the country of Moab, for she had heard in the country of Moab how the Lord had visited his people in giving them bread. Wherefore she went forth out of the place where she was, and her 2 daughters-in-law with her, and they went on the way to return unto the land of Judah. And Naomi said unto her 2 daughters-in-law, Go, return each to her mother's house. The Lord deal kindly with you, as ye have dealt with the dead and with me. So this is the mother-in-law. Her sons died, and here go the 2 daughter-in-laws, and she told them, y'all going on y'all way. both of you. It wasn't just one. Like you tried, like what's his name, Dale, whatever his dumbass name was, that wrote that bogus. They didn't even know what he's talking about. And it says, I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna give you a little more. Cause see, I can't believe that DMG would be this remedial to where he'll just read an article that somebody else wrote and don't even know what the hell he's talking about. Okay.
Speak your speech. Say, Cap, speak your speech, but get ready to land your plane, bro.
I got you. I'm about to land with just the last few little scriptures. And it says, and Naomi said unto her, I'm sorry, the verse 9, the Lord grant you that ye may find rest. Why is she telling them the Lord grant you rest if they gay, they lesbians? Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? It says, each of you in the house of her husband. Then she kissed them, and they lifted up their voice and wept. These sisters were sad. She lost her son, and they lost their husbands. Okay, then she say, and they said unto her, surely we will return with thee unto thy people. And Naomi said, turn again, my daughters, why will ye go with me? And there yet are there yet any more sons in my womb that they may be your husbands? Stop it, DMG. You understand? That mess that you just read was bullshit. Naomi,
all right, so real quick.
She's talking about. Hold up.
Hold up, DMG. Hold up, DMG. Wait. 15 more seconds. Wait, DMG. 15 more seconds. Let Cap finish.
Let's speed this
Go
up.
ahead, Cap. Finish. 15 more seconds, Cap.
What happened here is these women, like I said, they was close to each other. Her sons died. She asked her, like, do I have any more sons to give you? Why you trying to go with me? Not be with me and go with me and be a lover.
Come on, man.
You
Come
gotta
on,
come
man.
better than that. All right,
Yeah, okay. Hold up. Let me reiterate. Hey, to the people who watching, for everybody who just tuned in, I just want to let y'all know this is my big bro, DMG, and I got my bro, Cap10K, in the building, and they're both fighting for the respects of the culture that they're fighting for tonight. Hey, right now, if you check the past of this video, the ball was in the court of Cap10K. Right now, the ball
surgical
is
with
in
this
the
bitch, kid.
hand of my brother DMG. DMG, this is your floor. You controlling this process just like Cap did when he controlled it for the first hour. It's your time right now, my brother. Go ahead.
No doubt. Let's get it. So, Cap said a whole lot of nothing. He ain't really prove what nothing against what the article said. He just read some stuff. Okay, but that's cool. Let's get to the next one. Because I got so much to ask. All right. So look, many in the Hebrew Israelite community have tried to assert that the Kemetic movement is somehow homosexual due to what is a clear misunderstanding of ancient Kemetic symbolism. I don't blame them. They're not sophisticated enough to get into the text and read it for themselves. And I get it. They like kids that look at pictures and want to do coloring book type scholarship, and that's fine. I ain't really seen a whole lot of scholarship in the Israelite community, so that's not a surprise to me. But let's talk about King David, because again, this is another cat that they say is historical. He's a real person, right? He's a real boy like Pinocchio. So let's see what we come up with when it comes to King David. And before I get into it, I just want to know, is this y'all king? Because he a little suspect. Like I think it's clear that this dude was a bisexual man. But don't listen to me. Let's listen to the experts. So now, listen to how the biblical text describes the feeling shared between David and Prince Jonathan. Here's what David says about Jonathan. Your love to me was wonderful, surpassing the love of women. Now, I got a question. Why invoke the love of a woman if that's not the kind of intimacy that was the context of their relationship? Because I got friends. Cap mentioned that he loved his brothers and he would never do XYZ, right? I got friends. Nobody is my friend. That's my brother. Cap is my brother. That's my man in them, like DMX said. But guess what? That ain't got nothing on my love for women. Nothing. It it don't even come close to my love for women. So why did this dude say that? I just like it is the word. Like, but anyway, let me keep going. But I just want to get into why he compared it, because this y'all king. It says David fell in love at first sight with the handsome young hero. As the Bible says, the soul of Jonathan was knit to the soul of David. Their story gets more chapters in the Bible than any other human love story. Wedding ceremonies are absent from the Bible, but the covenant between David and Jonathan is described in detail and has inspired many wedding ceremonies. Talk black to me. What in the Sam? Soon after David and Jonathan met, the two expressed their commitment by making a covenant with one another. It was on and popping from the gate. Soon as they met, the two men expressed their commitment by making a covenant with one another. Right? The dramatic moment is described in 1 Samuel 18:3-4, when Jonathan made a covenant with David because he loved him as his own souls. What you say? It say the boy loved him as his own soul. Jonathan stripped himself of his robe that he was wearing and gave it to Jonathan, and his armor, and even his sword, his bow, and his belt. This dude got naked in front of another man. The Bible chronicles the ups and downs of David and Jonathan's relationship over the next 15 years, including tears and kisses between the two. What you say? King Saul is jealous of David's popularity and keeps trying to kill him, while his son Jonathan rescues his friend various times. This dude went against his father. You know it's deep when you defy your father. You know how the chick, old dude don't like you, and you be like, I'm a be. She be like, she gonna be with you anyway. You remember back in the day? That, like, this is what it was with Saul. He was like, I know you don't like David, but I'm with him. I don't care what you say. David and Jonathan became so close that it looked like someday they would rule Israel together. But that day never came because Jonathan was killed in battle. David mourned deeply for him with a famous lament. There are many translations of 2 Samuel 1:26, each one expressing how the love between David and Jonathan was greater than, more wonderful than, deeper than, otherwise surpassing the love of women. God damn it. 1 Samuel 20:41 says, and as soon as the lad was gone, David arose out of the place toward the south, and fell on his face to the ground, and bowed himself 3 times, and they kissed one another and wept with one another until David exceeded. Holy, but like, whoa, he exceeded. Okay, I'll let y'all figure out the exceeding thing, but okay. David's public mourning for Jonathan indicates that his soldiers and all of Israel knew about the intensity of these two's intimate relationship. David and Jonathan's loving, intimate relationship was public from the beginning to end. If someone was objectively looking for a gay couple in the Bible, it seems David and Jonathan would leap off the damn page. Think about it. Jonathan could not have maintained a 15-year intimate relationship or visited David in the wilderness stronghold without willing cooperation from his and Saul's soldiers, who covered for him, and from David's soldiers, who ensured David had access to David. They sneaking around for 15 years. In the context of David's statement that Jonathan's love surpassed the love of women, and the 15-year partnership they facilitated between the two men who planned to rule together, 1 Samuel 23:17, it seems only right to assume that there was an intimate relationship between them. Why invoke such a comparison if the love between them isn't on par with that type of intimacy? That's what I'm saying. When David remembers Jonathan, he is still entranced by their timeless love. Moreover, scripture does not tell us David's wives felt bitter jealousy when David publicly proclaimed that Jonathan's love was more important and more fulfilling and even surpassed that of theirs. They felt David's loss and grieved with him for Jonathan. David's loving polyamorous family shared his unfathomable loss and his broken heart. So if it looks like a gay couple in the Bible, walks like a goddamn gay couple in the Bible, talks like a gay couple in the Bible, acts like a gay couple in the Bible, I'ma say it's a goddamn gay couple in the Bible. In conclusion, in the end of David's startling comparison, it only makes sense if he and Jonathan were intimate partners. David emphasizes the pleasantness of their relationship and mutual love by using the Hebrew word meod, meaning exceeding abundantly. The Bible describes Jonathan's delight in David as meod, and David describes his love for Jonathan with the same word. The Hebrew word translated pleasant as nahim, meaning pleasant, beautiful, sweet, and delightful. The Hebrew word for love is abba. It conveys the idea of romantic sexual desire. The Hebrew word for wonderful is pala, which conveys a sense of wondrous, surpassing, beyond one's power to express, and extraordinary. The love Jonathan demonstrated for David was so powerful. David, the artistic poet, warrior, king of Israel, has difficulty adequately describing it. Just as many straight men today would say they don't have the words to express how they feel about their wives. It seemed David had the same issue with Jonathan. So again, is this y'all king? Think about it before you answer, though. Just think about it.
No, big bro. After all that you read, real talk. Give me a real question.
My question is not is this y'all king, because I know he is y'all king.
I know, right? Give me a real question.
My question is, how do you get past this gay shit that David and Jonathan was doing?
How you get past that, Cap?
How you get past it? With all that shit y'all talk about gay folks, how y'all get past this shit?
Okay, let me say this, Cap. Now, he read a lot, but let me frame it up for the audience if some of the stuff maybe went over y'all head. My brother read from the scriptures. He read from scholars who are, and you know what a scholar is, in those scriptures. And they backed up what he said. Cap10K, after everything that he said, he got scholars who are experts in these scriptures to back up what he said. How do you address that, bro? Let's go.
Okay, I'm gonna say this right here. What he just read was complete trash. You understand? He's reading those that actually hate the Bible. You understand? That's what they do. They hate the Bible. You understand? And King David and Jonathan was not a homosexual. They was not homosexual at all. They had nothing going on, and I'm gonna prove that right here. First off, with the scripture, when he said that he loved Jonathan as his own soul, the Lord, guess what, requires that of us. You understand? And this in Leviticus 19 and 18. It says, "Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord." So you're supposed to love your brothers as yourself, as your own soul. You understand? So what you started off with was bogus. That means absolutely nothing with them saying that he loved him as his own soul. Okay, then you turned around and let me see. What else did you mention? Okay, hold on. Let me get it for you. Okay, because King Saul, first off, let me give you this. I'm gonna show you what the Lord said about King David. Okay, to show you how you are totally wrong, brother. Because King David was not gay. He absolutely was our king, and he was not a homosexual at all. And I'm gonna show you what
Jonathan got naked in front of him. They kissed, Cap. Like what am I missing?
I already told you.
Let him finish.
that kiss does not mean. I read it. I'm gonna read it for you again since you ain't catch it.
What do it mean when two men kiss?
I'm finna read it for you, brother. You know
they was gay, dude. Cap, they was gay.
They was not gay at all. This is what kiss mean in the Bible. It says, this is in the Zondervan and page 470, kiss. It says, a common greeting among male relatives. Touched, translated as touched. It doesn't say peck, smooch, slob, lick, none of that. It don't say nothing with your tongue or your goddamn lips.
We know what a kiss is, though, Cap. Like we know why do it say kiss if it's not a kiss? Like we know what kiss is.
It's context. I just told you that, bro. I just told. It's like you read those dumbass articles, you don't understand context.
We know because we know what a kiss is. They was homo. They was homo.
No. Okay, so when two cars kiss in an accident, is that homo?
We're not talking about cars. We talking about two men.
It has
cars can't be homo. They're not even human. When two men kiss, when they get naked and kiss each other and exceed, that's gay.
Okay, here's another problem that you got. You think, like I said, you are the man that got a ding-a-ling tattoo on his arm, and you talking about somebody being naked.
I'm still waiting for you to show me that in the text. You can't just like you read your Bible. Go to the KEMET text and show me that the arm mean ding-a-ling.
Not butt naked with no clothes on. These are warriors. These are soldiers.
Hey, he took his clothes off, Cap. He took his clothes off.
He's talking about his armor, man. These are soldiers.
Cap, look. It say he took his robe off. It says he took his robe off, Doc.
Have you ever seen me wearing a garment?
Cap, what go under your robe? What's under your robe?
Clothes is under my robe. Clothes will be under my garment.
Not you in 2023, Cap. Not you in 2023.
Back then they did the same thing.
We talking about ancient Israel. They ain't the same as you. They don't dress like you.
Yes, they did.
No, they had pants back then.
That's where we got it from. Yeah, they had pants.
They had pants back then, Cap.
They had pants. They called them breeches. What are you talking about? It's in the Bible.
Come on, ancient Israel.
What are you talking about?
They had pants in ancient Israel. Man, hey man.
What are you talking about?
This shit over with. Come on, Cap.
They made Aaron breeches to go up under the garment. What are you talking about?
Stop saying they got bro. Hold up, DMG. I'm with you.
This shit over with.
Hold up. Wait, bro. Everybody pause, Cap. This is a conversation. Pause, hold up, Cap. Pause. Cap, pause real quick. This is a conversation I've never heard before, but it's lit. DMG, I agree with you. They didn't have pants at that time, but hold up. Cap said that they said to pull up your britches.
Oh, they called them britches.
And the only thing I've known britches to be was pants. So okay, y'all go ahead. Hold up, what? Go ahead, y'all.
Let me stop. What 28? Yeah, pull this up. Pull this up. Okay.
All right.
Don't get no more dumbass articles.
I even thought Jesus wore a gown, but Cap, it is britches. In ancient Israel, I've heard the words.
Are you not entertained?
Hey, y'all lit. Both of y'all lit. Go ahead, Cap.
Is that why you're here?
All right. Okay, now this is Exodus 28 and 42. It says, and thou shalt make them linen breeches to cover their nakedness. To cover
I ain't never thought about that, Cap.
nakedness.
I ain't never thought about that, Cap. Real talk.
We wasn't like them KEMET cats walking around with their penis hanging in the goddamn mouth, laying on the ground. We wasn't like
man.
Them. We covered our nakedness, bro, and we had on garments over that. You understand? And we do it today, and we did it way back then too. You understand? And I can keep on.
I ain't know that. Real talk.
we're talking about making the garments, I can go up. You understand? You want me to do that? Huh? Yeah, I figured you would shit your mouth.
So Cap, are you saying breeches? Hello, wait, Cap. Are you saying breeches mean pants, or can it mean something else?
Those are pants, bro.
No. Don't get me wrong, Cap. Listen to me, Cap. Listen to me. Yeah, bro. You got my mind blown on this particular subject. You got my mind blown. And you're right. According to me, I've only known. I ain't never looked it up, but I've only known breeches to mean pants. When I think about ancient Israel or Rome or whatever, I do see people in, if you want to call it gowns or long t-shirts, whatever. That's what I picture. And for you to bring that out, okay, I got to go research that. So are you for sure? Are you for sure? No, listen real quick. Are you for sure that breeches only means pants? There's no possible way it can mean nothing else?
Okay, I'm gonna give you another one in the Zondervan. When you look up the word breeches, it says inner tunic. The garment that they had on over the breeches, those were pants, bro.
Okay. Yeah, I ain't, bro. And so, you know, man, you argue, bro. You know, man, you argue all the time. I ain't got no argument for this. So I'm just asking. Okay.
All right, real quick. I want to be clear.
Let him finish real quick, DMG. Give him 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Let him finish, and then you come in. Go ahead.
So Cap is absolutely not wrong about the fact that pants existed in the ancient world, like 10,000.
Okay, hold on. Both of y'all teaching me something. I did not know that, bro. I didn't know that.
BC, okay. I want to say here's the problem, though. Here's the problem.
I didn't know that.
They weren't in ancient Israel yet, though. That's the. They was in Asia. They was in parts of Asia, and they was worn mostly by people who rode horses. They wouldn't worn every day by regular old ancient Israelites. That's the problem.
What time period, DMG?
10,000 BCE.
10,000. Okay. Go ahead. It's on you, Cap. Go ahead.
The Lord said, "Wear them to cover your nakedness." DMG just said there wasn't nothing on up under them. Took your clothes off, and they didn't have pants when they
in ancient Israel.
Let them go, D. Let them go real quick. Let them go. Go ahead, Cap.
Way before 1 Samuel, God said, "I'm gonna read it again. And thou shalt make them linen breeches to cover their nakedness from the loins even unto the thighs they shall reach." You understand?
So wouldn't that be Cap? So wouldn't that be more like tights?
No.
Like Knickerbockers, football player pants, like
wearing leggings.
Yeah, leggings. No, Cap. No, I'm being listen to me. Wait. I'm being 100. No, Cap. Listen to me though. Wait, y'all. Wait. I'm being 100. And I'm asking these questions.
Hold on. I just got a question for you, nobody, real quick. Are you saying Jonathan slid one of his legs out his leggings so David can have access?
I don't know. That's why I'm finna ask. I'm asking both of y'all. Both of y'all just brought up something I genuinely didn't know. Don't get me wrong. I just told y'all I thought everybody back then was wearing, garments and stuff like that. Whatever. So both of y'all just brought up something I didn't know. So I'm asking genuine questions. That's why I'm asking Cap, because maybe Cap have went more in the biblical direction than you have, DMG, based off being a non-believer. Now, obviously, what you brought out, DMG, was 100. So that's why I'm asking Cap. Okay, Cap. Would they be like, now, Cap, you know what jeans are, blue jeans, like jeans. Would breeches be specifically describing jeans, or would it be describing the area that jeans cover? Because, even like DMG said, leggings and all that stuff, tights and all that, it still covers the area that jeans cover. Is just not made out of the same material. Now, me, all my life, I grew up in the South. Yeah, I know. I stay in Texas. breeches have always meant pants, like blue jean pants. Right. So that's just my understanding of it. So since both of y'all have brought something out that I didn't know existed back then.
Taking up my time, I got more questions, man.
No, wait. I know when blue jeans were invented. So let me say that. Blue jeans is not ancient. Blue jeans are modern. I'm going to just say they're modern. But Cap, does breeches...
The Bible describes breeches as pants. You understand?
Okay. Okay, go ahead. Okay.
You would wear them under your garments. The soldiers, the men was not walking around. Like I said, King David was a soldier. You understand? He didn't just strip out of his damn clothes and just say, here's my birthday suit. That's not what took place. He had
that's what Jonathan did. Jonathan did that.
Jonathan didn't do that either. You understand? That's not what happened. And then I'm gonna read this for you.
That's not what the Bible say. That's not what the Bible say.
That's what your article said. You ain't even read the Bible. You understand?
What the Bible say, Cap?
I'm finna read it.
Do the Bible say he still had clothes on?
I'm finna read it for you. All right.
Yeah, so read to me where it say he still had clothes on.
Okay. I just explained to you.
No. I said read to me in the Bible where it say that.
They were soldiers.
No, I said read to me in the Bible where it says he still had clothes on.
You're not making no point. You're not making no point. I'm telling you, that's why I went to Exodus to
so the Bible says, no. David and Jonathan not in the Exodus. I'm saying when you read the Bible about David, about Jonathan taking off his stuff and giving it to David, does the Bible say, and Jonathan still had clothes on?
Okay, I'm finna read it to
you.
No,
it don't say that.
Read it to you. Because here's the problem.
I bet it don't say that.
No understanding of what's taking place.
I bet it don't say he still had clothes on.
Okay, hold on one second. All right.
What's the chapter and verse?
Okay, hold on one second. I'm finna get it to you. Oh shit. Hold on one second, because I'm going to 1 Samuel where you pulled it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna show you.
Yeah. Show me where it say he still got clothes
on. So you do know that.
1 Samuel what?
Hold on one second. You do know that Jonathan was a soldier, right? Up under his dad.
1 Samuel what?
Yeah, you realize that?
1 Samuel what, Cap?
Okay, now 1 Samuel. Go to 38. I'm gonna start there. This was when David convinced Saul to let him fight the lion, right?
Hold on. Cap, that ain't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when Jonathan took off his clothes.
I'm giving you the concept. I'm giving you the concept.
So I want to see where the Bible says when Jonathan took off his clothes and gave all his stuff to David and kissed him and all of that he still had clothes on. Can you show me that in the Bible?
Okay, now I'm finna read. I'm giving you the concept. All right, now.
Because look right here, it says
hold up.
David and Jonathan met the two men their commitment by making a covenant with one another.
Hold on one second.
Then Jonathan made a covenant with David because he loved him as his own soul. David stripped himself of his robe he was wearing and gave it to David and his armor and even his sword and his bow and his belt. So I want to see where the Bible says in 1 Samuel 18:3-4 that Jonathan still had on clothes after he gave him his robe and his armor. I want to see where the Bible says he still had on clothes.
Okay, now you got a listening problem. Number one.
No.
No, let him go, DMG. Let him go.
For the record, to the listening audience, Cap10K is not going to be able to show that Jonathan still had on clothes because the homo got naked in front of David and they kissed. And David, look, Y'all know what it is. We talking about two bisexual men, homos, whatever you want to call it. That's how they got down. He can't show that the man didn't get naked in front of another man.
Okay, hold on. Let him explain. That's everything that you read. If everybody who's intelligent in our chat, we ain't talking about no pseudos. Everybody who's intelligent in our chat, when DMG read all that and came to his conclusion, that's the conclusion that you should have got as well. Now let Cap explain. Go ahead, Cap.
Oh, okay, now what I'm doing.
That's what I got from it, DMG. You hear me? DMG, you hear me? That's what I got from it.
Right.
So
he going to a whole Cap going to a whole different verse.
But let Cap go. Go, Cap. No, Cap. DMG, you already know. Precept upon precept, line upon line, bro.
Right.
Go ahead, Cap.
Bullshit upon bullshit.
Now,
Go ahead, Cap.
Hey, nobody. It will be bullshit to a man that tried to excuse away raping another man by calling it molestation. It will be bullshit to somebody like him. But this is what I'm doing. I'm giving him the concept.
Rape or molestation, they go bad.
Let him explain.
No, real quick. He said explain away rape and molestation like they ain't both bad.
Come on, big brother. He got you, big brother. If you know nobody got you, I got you. You got your point across.
These two dudes.
Let bro go.
These two, like Maurice.
Come on, DMG, we got you. We got you, big bro.
These two dudes'
big bro.
Was knit
big bro.
Together.
If DMG, if you look at the chat, we got you, big bro. Let our bro Cap explain, bro. Come on, man. Come on, Cap. Go ahead.
Now, nobody. Now you saw those images. You understand? With the man shooting semen everywhere.
It's not about David and Tyler.
DMG, decorum, big bro. Big bro, decorum.
We see where David and Tyler.
I know. No, DMG, decorum, bro. Go on mute. Decorum. You got your, come on, bro. I got you. Go ahead, Cap.
You understand? His mind is way in the nasty homosexual gutter in Egypt and Kemet. You understand? Because I read you the scripture where it said, where the law in Exodus, where it says for you to make breeches to cover your thigh. You got to cover your rod. You understand? You ain't just walking around with your rod out. Okay? And then I'm giving you this concept here to where David went to Saul. Okay? He ain't walk up to Saul butt ass naked. Like, you ridiculous. And you sound silly as hell. He had on clothes. And this is what it says that Saul did. It says, and Saul armed David with his armor, and he put on a helmet of brass upon his head. Also, he armed him with a coat of mail, and David girded his sword up upon his armor, and he essayed to go to me. He went on and started going, and said, for he had not proved it. And David said unto Saul, I cannot go with these, for I have not proved them. And David put them off him. That's what he took off. He took off the armor. Jonathan was a soldier too. And here David was preparing to go to war with Goliath. And he said, you know what? I ain't proved none of this. I ain't no soldier. I ain't did like what these other men did and been in this war and been fighting this battle. But what I will take is a damn slingshot and some rocks. That's what he did, ended up taking. And that's how he beat him. He took off that armor and that gear. And when you read about what Jonathan did, Jonathan was not butt ass naked with David in front of David and gave him his damn drawers. Like, you sound silly as hell. If you
prove it in the Bible, prove it in the Bible.
I'm proving it in the Bible.
All right, look. And I gotta move on. I gotta move on to my next question. I'm gonna read the Bible. I'm gonna read the verse. I'm gonna read the verse that I was talking about. Wait. The Bible say. This is what the Bible says.
But for the audience, everybody, for the audience. I love DMG. You did cut him off, DMG. Go and let Cal finish real quick.
I'm trying to rope a dope like he.
Hey, call it the Philly shell defense, whatever you want. The brother didn't finish. DMG, you got to remember, bro. You threw a lot of uppercuts, haymakers, and they all landed. You got to give my brother a time to recover.
I didn't do all this. I ain't do all this long-winded bullshit when it was.
I'm gonna be 100, bro. You did. So now you got to give Cap time to give a long-winded answer. I'm gonna be 100 with you.
I ain't gonna read a non-related verse in Exodus or none of that shit.
Nah, but this is what you did though. Hold up, big bro. But this is what you did though. You went and read from the scholars though. You hear me? Those scholars who read them same definitions you read, who read that same Bible that you read, they gave their conclusion. So you got to give Cap a little time to get out of that, bro. You got to give him a time to get out of that. Go ahead, Cap. Go ahead, Cap.
Right. Okay. Now, after he turned around and he stripped off of his clothes, like what the scripture says, what he's talking about is that outerwear that he had on. And in chapter 20, 1 Samuel 20 and verse 1, it says, and David fled from Naioth and Ramah and came and said before Jonathan, what have I done? What is mine iniquity? And what is my sin before thy father that he seeketh my life? Now, DMG is trying to paint the picture that King David was a homosexual. In the Bible, it is clearly against the law to be a homosexual. And I'm going to read it. And I'm going to show you where King David is talking to Jonathan. This love that he had for his brother, it wasn't a gay love. And that's where DMG got it all wrong at. You understand? Is this love for Jonathan was not gay at all. Okay? And I'm going to read it to you. Okay? What happened is he turned around and loved his brother. Like, think about something. When you out here warring with another brother, you two or whoever you closest with that got your back, I'm sure you've seen some movies, right? To where they turn around and one of them, somebody running up on the other one, and then the other one say they like, you understand? That's what was happening out there. You understand? That's what took place. Them brothers turned around and built a bond, a brotherhood, you understand, with each other, and they was like partners. They wasn't no homosexuals, man. You understand? But DMG, like I said, when you believe in KEMET, and you got men that got they dinglings all over the walls with each other men and pointing in their mouth, and you trying to explain how this ain't right and that ain't right, then yeah, you would have a sick and twisted view of the Bible. You understand? And the Bible, like I said, is not gay at all. No undertone, no homoerotic, any of that. You understand? Here is the law right here where you cannot be a homosexual. Okay? And this is Leviticus 20 and 13. It says, if a man also lie with mankind as he lieth with a woman, that's what DMG just accused Jonathan and King David of doing, of them being gay lovers. He read some shit from a scholar. He didn't read nothing out the Bible that said they was gay. He don't simply understand that this brother took off his outerwear and gave it to King David because his father was seeking to kill him. That's what happened. Are you done? Okay. Now, what Saul was trying to do, because Saul did get jealous of King David, because the women started singing songs praising King David for winning and fighting the Palestinians and killing Goliath. And Saul got jealous of that. And he like, oh, okay, since it's like that, then I'm finna get rid of him. And what he started doing was he was training so that he could kill him. And he knew that David did not have any armor to defend himself, and that's what he gave him. He didn't give him his damn boxers and his damn jeans. Like you said,
get rid of the land, Cap. Get rid of the land, bro.
All right, no sweat. And it says, if a man also lie with mankind as he lied with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. DMG looking real silly and stupid because King David then asked right after Jonathan gave him his clothes, which was not all of everything he had on. It was his war gear. That's what he was talking about. And it said, and David fled from Naioth and Ramah and came and said before Jonathan, what have I done? what is mine iniquity? Iniquity is what? Sin. It's the breaking of God's laws. It's the breaking of Leviticus 20 and 13. You accuse them men of being homosexuals. And here King David is saying, what did I do? What sin did I commit? What law did I break? It said, and what is my sin before thy father that he seeketh my life? And he said the reason that he wanted to kill him. And I'm going to get to it on the next one because I know nobody want me to land. But go ahead.
Go
ahead, DMG.
So anyway, to the audience, remember I asked Cap to prove that Jonathan didn't take off all his clothes in the Bible, right? Did y'all hear him do that? He said a whole bunch of bullshit, but never proved what I asked him to prove. Here's the scripture that's in question. 1 Samuel 18, 3-4. Then Jonathan and David made a covenant. Listen to what it says now. Then Jonathan and David made a covenant because he loved him as his own soul. And Jonathan stripped himself of his robe that was upon him and gave it to David and his garments, even to his sword and to his bow and to his girdle. And to his girdle. Now, I asked Cap to prove that Jonathan didn't take off, wouldn't butt naked. He didn't do it. He didn't even read the scripture that I was referring to. So all I'm saying is Cap is capping. These dudes' souls were knit to one another. David said his love surpasses the love of women. This is a dude that had like 100 wives, 700 concubines. And he said one man's love surpassed the love of women. Like, this is highly suspect. This is homoerotic undertones if I ever seen them. And Cap is in denial. Cap sound like that relative that see that his male relative got his hair braided, his nails done, and got his hand limp, and he's steady saying that boy ain't gay. That's what Cap sound like. But I get it because they spend so much time talking about them gay folk and not realizing how many they got within their own culture. You got cats putting their hand on other cats' balls. You got a mother-in-law and a daughter-in-law getting it on. And now you got the king saying that the love of a dude surpassed the love of women. He's saying the D is better than the P. Can you imagine that? Anyway, I just want to move on because, of course, I could spend all day on David and Jonathan. What do the Bible say about who to touch and who to kiss? There are 45 references to kissing in the Bible. 93% of kissing happens outside of marriage. 73% of kissing happens between two men. 73% of kissing happens between two men in the goddamn Bible. 20% of kissing happens between a man and a woman. Only 20% of the kisses in the Bible happens between men and women. 4% of kisses happens between two women, probably Ruth and Naomi. There are 4 places in the New Testament that refer to the holy kiss. 1 Corinthians, Romans 16:6, 1 Corinthians 16:20, 2 Corinthians 13-12, and 1 Thessalonians 5:26. So Paul instructed men to greet each other with a holy kiss. The Apostle Peter gave a similar instruction about greeting with a kiss in 1 Peter 5:14, but he calls it a kiss of love. Yet in 1 Corinthians 7:1, Paul says, now for the matter you wrote about, it is good for a man not to have sexual relations with a woman. Now, I don't know about y'all, but it's a little bit messed up to me that this dude Paul is saying greet another dude with a holy kiss, but it's not good to have sexual relations with a woman. This nigga sound like David. But I'm gonna move on. I ain't even got
okay, I got you. You ain't got to move on.
Let me
finish the statement, DMG. Finish the statement. Finish the statement.
Hold up. Let's go to gay love and oral suction, because these are the Israelites we talking about, right? in his book, Carnal Israel, Reading Sex in Talmudic Culture through the Torah lens. Historian Daniel Bavarian says his interpretations of rabbinic texts lead him to the conclusion that Jews engage in homosexuality openly. For example, Bavarian cites the relationship between a leading rabbi and his student recounted in the Bava Metzger in 84 AD as an example of homosexuality amongst Jewish rabbis, something that had been happening, he says, for thousands of years between teachers and students. God damn. Now, then you have what it's a word, I can't even say it, but it means oral suction. I ain't gonna even try to say it, but it literally means oral suction. It's first mentioned in the Babylonian Talmud, but it's said to date as far back as hold up. It said, let me put my glasses on because I don't know why I made this so little. It's said to date as far back as the 22nd century BC. And there it says that any mohel who doesn't orally suck a baby's penis is risking a baby's life, arguing that it prevents infections. So let me make sure I'm explaining this correctly to y'all. So these Israelites are saying that when they circumcise a baby, they literally put their mouth on the baby's penis and suck on it. Now, in the ritual, after removing the foreskin of the penis, the man performing the procedure places his mouth on the wounded penis and sucks blood out of the wound. WTHSMAOG. That's all I got to say about that. Now, Cap, let's talk about.
Hello, wait for you switch. Hello, that's not. Wait for you say. Let's talk about. I want to give Cap a time to address what you said. If you want to go into another round, because it's your channel, big bro, we can. I wanted Cap to address what you said, and then we go into the question and answer round. But if you want to go into another question and answer round, we can do that before.
Yeah, before we get to the Q&A, I got more questions for Cap, but I'm sure he got something for me. He can respond. He can ask me whatever he got to ask me, but I got some more I got to ask him.
Okay. Well, let's get Cap 2, 3, or 4 minutes to address what you've already said, and then we can lead off with where you was finna go. Cool with that?
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Okay, Cap.
Okay, no sweat. I'm gonna address what you mentioned in 1 Corinthians 7. Is you fail to continue to read, and you real sloppy at that too. You just pick and choose one little thing that support an article that you reading, and you're not even reading the Bible. In 1 Corinthians 7:1, it says, "Now concerning the things whereof ye wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman." What he is talking about here is if you turn around and start to woman, what's going to happen after this? And then it might be somebody that you really know. Instead of you know first and then make sure, because once you have sex, you're together. And then verse 2, it says, "Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband." Paul was not against a man having a woman. He was not. He just said, nevertheless, to avoid fornication, get you a wife. You understand? And then it says in verse 3, "Let the husband render unto the wife due benevolence." What is due benevolence about? It's about sex. That's what that woman is doing. That's what that man is doing. That's sex. If you are husband and wife, you're supposed to give it to each other. And then it says, "And likewise also the wife unto the husband." Verse 4, the wife has not power over her own body, but the husband. And likewise, also the husband has not power over his own body, but the wife. And it says, defraud ye not one the other. Why defraud you? Don't be playing games. What women like to say, I'm going to put you in the doghouse. I mean, you can't get no booty. Don't do your man like that. You understand? Don't do him like that. Give him some if he want it. You understand? Vice versa for the woman. If she wants some, give it to her. Okay? Don't just be holding back for no reason. It says, except it be with consent for a time, that ye may give yourselves to fasting and praying, and come together again, that Satan tempt you not for your incontinency. So what he's saying is that you want your inconsistency. That's what incontinency is. So that you won't turn around and get tempted to go out and sleep with another man because your man ain't giving you nothing. So you won't be tempted to go out and sleep with another man's wife, so you wouldn't fornicate. You understand? So you wouldn't commit some unlawful act. Go ahead and get married. So you was wrong on that. That was dumb as hell. That holy kiss, that was not what that was talking about. Well, I read the definition to you. Just talking about a touch. It's just talking about a pound, how we greet each other. It's not talking about no damn peck on the lips. Okay, you got to be stupid to believe that. Now, I got a list. I got a whole line of pictures. I got it on my phone, but I can't pull it up on this screen. What you read, that Babylonian Talmud, those were not Israelites.
They are Israelites.
I'm trying to. No, they not.
Yeah, they are.
Babylon.
I didn't argue that. They are Israelites. That's Israelite culture.
No, it's not Israelite culture. Where does it say
Israelite culture? Just say it ain't your culture. That's Israelite culture.
It say suck on a baby's penis in the Bible. Where does it say
it? Don't. No,
Hello,
wait, so y'all don't have to have this. Wait real quick, so y'all don't have to have this argument. Hello, wait real quick, y'all. Hello, Cap, wait real quick. Just so we can be fair, and y'all know I've been mutual this whole show, and I'm pretty sure both of y'all can agree. I gotta agree, Cap. I disagree with the Talmud, but the Talmud was written by Israelites. Go ahead, Cap.
No, it's not. That's not our culture, bro. That is not our culture. That Babylonian Talmud is not Israelite culture.
Oh,
you understand? Those were not Israelites that wrote that garbage. Those were Jewish rabbis. Those were white people. That's Judaism.
Let me ask you this. I want to ask you one question, Cap. Hello, Cap. Pause real quick. Hello, Cap. I know just like other organizations, including me, I started several organizations. You have people that join and then they walk away. Wouldn't you at least get to the bare minimum? This is like scraping the Bible. Scraping the bottom. Wouldn't you at least agree that these are people who may have been with us, but these are the ones who just went left though? Like okay, that probably is my cousin. That probably is my mama's son, but he ain't keeping the right stuff though. Would you at least agree with that? Because it's a fact, bro. I'm just being 100. It's a fact that the Talmud come from Jewish people. So to the bare minimum, would you agree that those were Jewish people who just at least didn't follow the correct Jewish way?
Okay.
What did you say that?
You just said something that was heavy. And now I'm going to agree with you. It was written by Jewish people.
Right.
And those
that's all I'm saying. Right. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. I think that me personally, I think they are Jewish. I think. Real quick. As the moderator, real quick, I want to agree with you. I think that they are Jewish, but they were wrong. Just like the Jewish people who are wrong about Jesus being the Messiah. They are Jewish, but they wrong. So go ahead.
Okay, those were not Israelites.
Oh man,
Jewish people
I gave you a way out, Cap. Go ahead, though. Go ahead.
You gotta give me no way out, bro. I don't need it.
I'm just saying. Okay, I got you. Go ahead.
Need it.
You need it. You need it.
When you look up the people that wrote the Babylonian Talmud, you're gonna find that they are not Israelites.
They were Israelites, bro. Go ahead. This ain't me and your argument. This not me and your argument. Go ahead.
Israelites. Prove it. Prove that the writers of the Babylonian Talmud was Israelites. You can't.
I can, but this not my show. This not my show. This not my show. I can, but it's not my show.
Okay,
Yes, I 100%, 200% can, but it's not my show, bro.
Let me finish saying what I'm saying. Okay. Now, you turn around and you mention this Talmud. You just admitted in that book it says to pour wine on a baby's penis after you circumcise and suck it off. That is totally against the Bible. You just admitted that you're not going to find it in the Bible where you are to perform.
The practice goes back to Abraham.
No, it don't. Abraham ain't sucked on nobody's penis. Nobody under Abraham sucked on nobody's penis. That's not how you do that. So that's why you had to go to a separate book. That's why you had to read all of these bogus articles to try to prove your point.
He just let that rub on here.
Scripture. You ain't came with no scripture. It's in the Babylonian Talmud, which has absolutely nothing to do with the Bible. You just admitted yourself that it's not found in the Bible to turn around and suck on a baby's penis and pour wine on it. So what in the hell are you talking about? You bringing something to the table that don't fit, which is
Cap, one question, Cap. One question. Would you agree that there are other brothers in different Hebrew camps outside of ISUPK that are Hebrew Israelites, but they got it wrong? Yes or no? Would you agree to that?
Would I agree that it's brothers in other camps and other groups and not in groups that got it wrong? Absolutely. But
right.
These
so
people,
what wait, Cap. I didn't ask for that. Wait, Cap. I know your explanation. I don't want that. Me and you are agreeing, but we disagreeing on the second hand of what we agree on. So I agree with you. Listen to me. I agree. Let's just say GMS, ICIU, whatever their names are. You agree that those brothers are Hebrew Israelites, but the people who they are following are wrong. So what I'm saying is those same brothers who are not in ISUPK, they are Israelites, but they wrote the Talmud. They wrong. They are Hebrews. So that's what I'm saying. So, okay, go ahead, bro.
I already said they was Jewish, bro. Rab Ashi was Jewish. He was not a damn Israelite.
I'm not talking about ish though, Cap. I'm not talking about. Okay, wait, Cap. Wait, Cap. I'm finna ask you something personal. No, Cap. Right, but no, I did say that. I just think you interpreted that wrong. So let me say it a different way. Wait, Cap. Wait.
Hey, y'all, we gotta move on. Let's.
I got them. I just want to ask one question. Cap, would you agree that me and DMG are Israelites?
Yes, and y'all wrong.
Okay, that's what I'm saying, bro. So if me and DMG
who was not Israelites, but don't you understand?
I'm saying that me. I'm saying. Hello, wait, Cap. Listen. No, listen, Cap. I'm saying that. Listen, Cap. Pause, real quick. Cap. I want to get you to feel me real quick before we move on. I'm saying that me and DMG are Israelites, just like you said, but we wrote the Talmud. We was wrong, but we are Israelites, and I feel like those people, not feel like, I know for a fact, those people were Israelites. They were just wrong. Go ahead.
That they wrote that. It's not Israelites that wrote that. They were Jewish. They were our oppressors. That's who wrote the Talmud, bro. Not Israelites. So, like I said, why take a book? You're gonna say that it was Israelite culture. If it was Israelite culture, you got to go to where the Israelites started at. And they started in the Bible, not the Talmud. You understand? So there's another bogus one that you tried to pull. You've been bogus all night tonight, bro. You've been, damn, I expected a little better fight out of you tonight. But you getting your ass. No, I'm talking about DMG.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
you brought
he being delusional again. He being delusional.
You sound retarded as hell, bro. You brought up the
He's drinking that ISUPK whiskey.
Showing me that in the Bible. Where is that at in the Bible? That's what you're supposed to do when you.
You couldn't even show me nothing in the Bible, and you the Bible believer.
I told you. I told you what it was.
You show me where Jonathan didn't take off all his clothes.
He didn't. He did not take off.
Show me where the Bible says it,
bro. I showed you that when King
show
David.
Show me where the Bible says Jonathan still had on some clothes, Cap.
Bro, I told you what the concept was.
Come on, baby, bro.
You can't show it to me because it ain't there. You talking about me not showing you nothing in the Bible, and you Captain the dog, you Captain 10K the dog of war, and you couldn't show me something in the Bible.
On his name, Captain. Yeah.
I told you he took off, bro. He didn't take off all of his clothes in front of this man. That's not how you do that.
That ain't what the Bible say.
Another scripture.
You can't show me in the Bible where it say he still had on clothes. Show me in the Bible where it say he still had on clothes. I mean, if it's there, show it to me.
Okay, I'm finished.
It's on you, Cap. It's on you, Cap. Show him in the Bible where it says that David didn't. He just took out. DMG want to see where it says he just took off his garment, but he didn't take off all his clothes. Okay. That's what he asked.
I got you. Right, and this is what DMG don't understand because he's all offensive KEMET. He don't understand.
Oh man, okay. So I'm gonna move on because it ain't there.
Let him answer. Let him answer, DMG. Let him answer.
What the Bible does say about David and Jonathan is that their souls was knit together. That Jonathan, David said Jonathan's love surpasses the love.
Right.
He said he loved. Right. He did say that.
He did.
Yeah, and more than women. His love was greater than women. Okay. The D was better than the T. The D was better than the P.
But what he's asking you over right now, he did say that stuff after. But he asking you is for a scripture that says that he took off his clothes, but not the undergarments.
Right, exactly. Now this is what I'm showing you.
And it ain't
going to the law. Hold on, you're not listening, bro. Shut your mouth. 1 second.
No, I am listening. You ain't saying nothing.
Hold on 1 second.
Let him go, DMG. Let him go.
Samuel
he's gonna go to a different verse and a whole nother section of the Bible and still ain't gonna show me what I asked him to show me.
That's exactly what he's finna do, but let him go. He finna go to show you. He finna show you that in the law. Hold on, wait. I got you, Cap. He finna show you that in the law of Israel, it was against people to do those type of things.
That ain't what I asked.
Hold on, even though DMG has showed that the law does say that, but these two brothers went against that. That's where you should be coming from. Hello, wait, DMG. No, not DMG. Cap, listen to me. I know what you finna read. I know what you finna show. I need you to catch up to the argument that DMG is making. Right? Okay, wait, bro. And you know, I'm a Bible believer, so I'm on your side in this, bro. I'm on your side in this particular conversation. So I'm on your side. All right? But what he's asking you, this is what he's asking you to show. He don't want you to show that in the culture of Israel, it was against homosexuality. You hear me? He wants you to show that this brother and these brothers who were a part of the culture of Israel did not commit homosexuality. That's what he wants you to show, bro. Go ahead.
Okay, now if you was following along and listening, I'm gonna make it short for you. I know you got an issue, right? And you just want these men to be gay so bad. I already pulled in 17 where David took off all of the armor and everything to battle that Saul gave him. And what DMG read was after that, when he turned around and he gave him gear to battle with. Like, it's not rocket science. All you got to do is next to your big old head, open your big old ears and listen, and you could have understood that. But you were so busy
talking about David and Saul.
No ad hominem, Cap. No ad hominem. No ad hominem. Go ahead, Cap.
Oh, he can add hominem all he want to. This big head is a handsome big head.
Nobody.
Let me say this. Wait, everybody pause. I want to say this.
Okay, nobody, real quick.
Before everybody say real quick, I want to make one thing understood. Hold up, DMG. For you too.
No, because we almost at 3 hours.
Wait, pause. I know. Hold up. DMG, we almost at 3 hours, and I got you. You know I've been thinking that. I want to say one thing to just let Cap understand this. DMG mic is louder than mine. My mic is louder than yours, Cap. So even if we're speaking over each other, whatever DMG says is going to be louder than what you and I say, Cap. So I need everybody to just to understand that. DMG, make the point you was finna make that we are at 240, and then we're gonna go from after you make that point. It's Cap turn, bro. Wait, Cap. DMG make your point, and it's Cap turn after that to respond to what you said, bro. And you gotta pause, DMG, and let him go after that.
Because my point was this. I asked Cap for a specific question.
Right, Jonathan, I know he need to show. Now, I said that, DMG. I said that.
No, can I get my statement out without you stopping me? When Cap wanted to when I asked Cap my question about David and Jonathan, when Jonathan stripped in front of David, I'm gonna read it again because Cap liked to read all goddamn night. I'm gonna read it again. Now look. This is what I'm talking about. Because I don't know, he going to David and Saul and all of this. This is what I'm talking about. It says, soon after David and Jonathan met, the two men expressed their commitment by making a covenant with each other. The dramatic moment is described in 1 Samuel 18:3-4. Then Jonathan made a covenant with David because he loved him as his own soul. These motherfuckers were soulmates. Jonathan stripped himself of the robe that he was wearing and gave it to David, and his armor, and even his sword, and his bow, and his belt. My thing is, he got naked in front of another dude, and Cap can't prove otherwise in the Bible. I asked him to prove it in the Bible, and he going to the Exodus. He going to David talking to Saul, but what he ain't going to is that scripture to show me that the dude didn't get naked in front of the other dude because he can't do it. And that's the bottom line. Stop the goddamn Cap.
Okay, now let Cap respond. Go ahead, Cap.
Now I'm gonna try to do this one more time for the young man because I know
gonna try.
He don't
let
do
him
this.
go, DMG. Let him go.
He don't know how to listen. What I did, why I went to King Saul and King David, was leading up to why Jonathan did what he did. You got to be real slow. You understand? If you can't listen and comprehend this, you have not read the story.
Why he did what he did, Cap.
DMG, let him go. DMG, let him go. DMG, let the little bro go, bro. That's little bro. Let him go. Go ahead. Go ahead, Cap.
You guys, this shit so hard.
I'm gonna say it like Black Jesus Minister. Damn, but go. You gotta let Cap go, bro. Go ahead, Cap.
Now I'm gonna say it again. Okay, this is why I read in verse 17 what happened to lead up to why Jonathan did what he did in verse 18. You don't just listen to them scholars that's writing them articles. Actually read the Bible. You understand? And maybe you can understand the story. Okay. And you won't damn stupid trying to prove that these men are gay when they are not. And it said, I'm going to read it. It said in 1 Samuel 17 and 38, before 18 and 3 and 4, what he read. It says, and Saul armed David with his armor, and he put an helmet of brass upon his head. Also he armed him with a coat of mail, and David girded his sword upon his armor, and he essayed to go, for he had not proved it. And David said unto Saul, I cannot go with these, for I have not proved them. And David put them off him. This is what David did. He took the armor off. He gave the sword back. He gave what you need, what a soldier needed to fight with, back to Saul, because he said, I have not proved this. I'm not a soldier. You understand? If you know the Bible, he was herding the sheep. That's what King David was doing. And then it says in verse 40, and he took his staff in his hand and chose him 5 smooth stones out of the brook and put them in a shepherd's bag, which he had, even in a scrip, and his sling was in his hand, and he drew near to the Philistine. That's what David chose to go to war with when Saul gave him some armor. When you go to 18, and I'm going to start at verse 1, and it came to pass when he had made an end of speaking unto Saul, the soul of Jonathan was knit with the soul of David. And Jonathan loved him as his own soul. I already read the scripture where you're supposed to love your neighbors as your damn self. What is yourself? Yourself is your soul. You understand? And they loved each other as themselves, not as no gay lovers. And then it says, and Saul took him that day and would let him go no more home to his father's house. Then Jonathan and David made a covenant because he loved him as his own soul. And Jonathan stripped himself of the robe that was upon him and gave it to David and his garments, even to his sword and to his bow and to his girdle. That all of that was for what he needed to go to war with, not his damn regular clothes where he finna go to the grocery store or run to the park or you know what I'm saying, go to work or something like that. You understand? This is why you don't know what you're talking about. You understand? And then I'm going to show you where in verse 5 it said, and David went out whithersoever Saul sent him, and he behaved himself wisely. And Saul set him over the men of war, and he was accepted in the sight of all the people, and also in the sight of Saul's servants. Nowhere near him being homosexual with his son. You understand? Is that what the Bible say? You read some old goofy article that suggested that they was homo when they was not. They was not gay. You understand? It said he stripped himself. You understand? When you turn around, and that's just like Maria stripped out of her clothes from work. She didn't turn around and get butt ass naked in front of our kids. She turned around, took her coat off, and she took her purse, threw that down, kicked her shoes off, and then she turned around and went about her day. She didn't just turn around and take off all of her goddamn clothes and walk around in her damn birthday suit. This is what you don't understand. You don't understand the Bible. You understand? And that's why you got this all wrong listening to them dumb articles. Because him and Jonathan was not gay at all. That's why I ended up reading where he said, what sin have I committed? What iniquity have I done? If they was gay, he wouldn't have said that. King David wouldn't have asked, what sin did I do? What did I do wrong? They would have known instantly that, yeah, you two niggas is homos. But they wasn't. They was not gay. You understand?
Okay, stop right there, Cap. Stop right there, Cap. I got it. I got what you're saying. DMG, cut your camera on. Let us know you're with us. All right. This is what the brother is saying. No, listen to what I'm going to say first before you respond. And you get the last rebuttal before we go into Q&A. After this, Cap, this it, bro. I'm talking about until we go to Q&A. Each of y'all are going to get to ask people.
I'm done.
No, wait,
I'm done.
DMG.
I'm done.
No, wait, no.
I got more questions.
No. I got to keep it fair, bro. I
know, because I'm not going back and forth about, because I proved my point.
Okay. Let me say this then. if we never get to the question and answer round, I still need your rebuttal to me summing up what he just said, bro. Is that cool with you?
It's a key question. A girl is not the
No,
same
no,
thing a
no.
woman.
Forget that. Forget the niggas. Forget the dudes in the chat.
I'm going to my next question because I don't
No,
even care
wait
about
for
that.
your. No, wait for your.
I proved that he's gay.
Okay, well, give me a 2-second rebuttal then, bro. I just want to sum up what he said as the host, and I want to hear your rebuttal to it. Is that fair?
My rebuttal is that.
No,
Cap
let me sum it up. Let me sum it up. Let me sum it up first, bro.
I'll need you to sum it up because we've been on it.
I think you do. I think you do. I think you do, big bro. I think you do.
Go ahead, man. Hurry up.
I think you do. All right, I'll hurry up. He's saying he's not disagreeing with you that he took off his clothes. The Pacific clothes that he named, the jacket, the this, the that. He's saying that he didn't take off all of his clothes, bro. So
Absolutely.
So the points, and he's saying, and he showed the scriptures name the specific article of clothes that he took off, but he did not take off all his clothes. What is your rebuttal to that? Hold up, Cap, am I right? Right or wrong?
That's right.
Gotcha. So go ahead, DMG.
Again, the scripture didn't say that he didn't take off all his clothes. So,
but that's for you to prove. You got to prove that, bro. You got to prove that. You got to prove that.
I asked Cap to prove that he didn't take off all his clothes, and he couldn't. What I did prove, though.
No, he did. He did. Wait, bro.
Okay. Listen.
No, wait. You can get out of this. You can get out of this. You can get out of this. Wait, bro. DMG, I'm the moderator. Real talk. He proved. I'm just being fair, and you know I'm against Hebrew Israelism, and I'm against you too. But just saying, he proved that the specific article of clothing that was said to be taken off. He read off which article of clothing was taken off. It didn't say all of them. Go ahead, bro.
Okay. Anyway, Cap could say whatever he wants to on this particular topic at this point because we done been on it for over an hour. What he didn't prove
2 hours. 2 hours.
What he didn't prove about David and Jonathan is that they wouldn't love us, because what the book says is that they sold it to each other. What the book says is that David said his love surpasses the love of women. This is a man, again, who had like 1,000 wives, 700 concubines, and all of this type of shit. And he still said that this man's love surpassed the love of women. The Bible says that the dudes kissed, David exceeded, and all this other stuff. So he can prove whatever he want to prove about how many clothes he kept on and all of that stuff. He still ain't proved that these cats wouldn't love us, because the man said out his own mouth that they souls were knit to each other. Now I want to know, what dude is Cap soul knit to? What dude is Cap gonna say the dude love surpassed the love of women? And I know how much Cap10K love women. So I want to see what dude Cap gonna say his love surpassed the love of women.
DMG, I love women too.
Stop the bullshit. So I'm done with this part. Now I'm gonna move on, because at this point it's just redundant. So now let's talk about what I call the passion. But you know what? I'm gonna skip Paul. I ain't gonna even go to Paul. I'm gonna go straight to Christ.
We got 7 more minutes on this. 7 more minutes. Go ahead, DMG.
I'm gonna go straight to Christ, right? So according to existing historical records, Jesus never explicitly mentioned homosexuality. The question is why? When we move to the practices of ancient Israelites, the evidence is unanimous. Ancient Jewish literature consistently condemns all forms of homosexual behavior. So why doesn't Jesus, who is supposed to be the fulfillment of the Jewish or Israelite law, not even mention such a condemned practice? Is anybody curious? So let's talk about Jesus and the gay centurion. In his seminal work, The Man Jesus Loved, Ted Jennings says, lets us know that Jesus had an opportunity in the case of the centurion's servant to condemn homosexuality and pederasty, and he did not. Jesus praises a gay centurion in the Roman army as a model of faith and healed his male lover in the Gospels, according to Bible experts Ted Jennings and Jennifer Bird. Both Matthew 8:15-3 and Luke 7:1-10 tell how a centurion asked Jesus to heal the young man, referred to in the Greek as his pais. The word was commonly used for the younger partner in a same-sex relationship. We know how them Romans and Greeks got down. It is usually translated as a boy, servant, or slave. In recent years, progressive biblical scholars have concluded that the centurion was in a homosexual relationship with the slave who was dear to him in the gospel story. Jesus was willing to go to the centurion's house to heal his lover, but the centurion stopped him saying, "Sir, I am not worthy to have you come under my roof," probably because he was gay, "but just say the word and my servant will be healed. For I myself am a man under authority with soldiers under me. I tell one to go and he goes, and another to come and he comes. I tell my servant to do something and he does it, like get on your knees and stuff like that, and he does it." During the coronavirus pandemic, this long distance method might be called social distancing. Jesus saw it as a great act of faith. Jesus marveled and told the crowd around him, "Not even in Israel have I found such faith." To the centurion, he said, "Go, be it done for you have believed." And his boyfriend, his manservant, his pillow biter, was healed at that moment. Scholars like the late Morton Smith believe that the boy was the centurion's sex partner, not only due to the word pais, but also because it is likely that a soldier would not care so much for an ordinary slave. It was common in Greco-Roman culture for mature men to pair up with a younger man as his lover in a pederastic sexual relationship. Pillow biting. Let's go. Continuing, Ted Jennings also says in the gospel that the Gospel of John refers to the disciple whom Jesus loved. Of course, he loved all his disciples, but he had a special relationship with one of them, and that this special relationship had a physical dimension as revealed at the Last Supper, where the beloved disciple is laying on Jesus' chest. The beloved disciple reclined next to Jesus at the Last Supper, resting his head on Jesus' chest. That sounds like a couple cuddling to me. I don't know if Cap10K will let one of his brothers in the ISUPK lay on his chest during dinner, but I seriously doubt it. There's even a medieval European tradition inspired by this scripture that says John and Jesus were the bridal couple at the Cana wedding feast. What? Moreover, Jesus performed his first miracle at that wedding by turning water into wine. The Bible tells the story in John 2:1-11 without ever naming who was getting married. But the apocryphal Acts of John state that John broke off his engagement to a woman to bind himself to Jesus. The idea that Jesus wed John at Cana is discussed by Gerald Lungden in the introduction to Queer Theology, Rethinking the Western Body. The unnamed disciple whom Jesus loved is referred to 5 times in the Gospel of John. In church tradition, it identifies him as John. However, others identify him as Lazarus, Thomas, and even Judas, the disciple who betrayed Christ. Now, moving on. And this is where I'm gonna end it. I got a lot more on this, but I'm gonna skip to the back because I could really just go in, but I'm gonna go straight to the back. Jennings takes us to the text in the Gospel of John that he uses to analyze the relationship between Jesus and his beloved. Jennings examines 5 references in the Gospel of John. 13:23, 19:26, 20:2, 21:7, and 20, in which the reader is told of a male disciple who is simply called the one Jesus loved. He argues that a special love relationship existed between Jesus and the beloved because it singles his love for this disciple out amongst the others. According to Jennings, evidence of a proposed relationship can be found through the examination of intimacy displayed between Jesus and the beloved, as the beloved reclines on Jesus' chest at the Last Supper. Jennings explains, the text thus depicts the relationship of love in terms of a physical closeness and bodily intimacy. Jennings theorizes that the relationship between Jesus and the beloved was more important to Jesus than the relationships he had with the other disciples and even his mother. As Jennings explains, a close reading of the text in which the beloved disciple appears to support the hypothesis that the relationship between him and Jesus may be understood as that of lover. Next, he scrutinizes the identity and the role of the beloved disciple because the name is never given of the beloved in the text. Although strong arguments are made for Lazarus or John, we are left without conclusive evidence to which the identity of the beloved belongs. Jennings further analyzes that the popular theological teachings in the Gospel of John were highly influenced by Greek culture. Thus, he concludes with an explanation of the terminology and use of the Greek words such as eros, agape, and philos in the text of John. Each of these words signifies a different kind of love, according to Jennings. His analysis concludes that the relationship depicted in the text itself suggests a kind of homoerotic attachment akin to that in Greek culture between two men. Furthermore, in Jewish culture and in many cultures throughout antiquity, when a man died, he would have his wife and his mother come together so that they can take care of one another. When Jesus is crucified on the cross, he tells his mother that this is now your son, and he tells the beloved disciple that this is now your mother. Now, I need Cap to explain why his king is acting like a pillow biter. Let's go.
Okay, now, man, that was terrible. Very sloppy. In Matthew 8, you said Christ was pillow biting with the centurion. Where does it even say that at?
I didn't say he was pillow biting with the centurion. That's not what I said.
Where's any of that mentioned in anything gay in this story right here? I don't understand that. Where is something gay in this story? In what you read, Matthew 8, 9. Where is anything gay in this?
I didn't ask you nothing about that. I asked why is he letting another man lay on his chest, Cap? Why another man laying on his chest?
I'm gonna get to that. I'm going off what you read first.
Answer the question I asked you.
How is anything gay in Matthew 8 with the centurion? How is anything gay in there?
Because that's what Greeks and Romans did.
But oh my God,
he literally calls him a word that Greek men called boys who they had sex with. That's the word he called them.
No, he did not, bro. You
want me to read it again?
No,
you want me to read it again? No, I'll read it again. Because now we acting like we got slow gas. He literally called him a penis. P-A-I-S. The word was commonly used for the younger partner in a same-sex relationship.
And what verse is that in?
Matthew 8:5 through 13. This is in the Greek.
13. Where is the word?
Remember, this is in the Greek.
What did they replace the word with? Where did they replace the word with?
This is in the Greek. P-A-I-S.
What did they replace it with? In Matthew 8, 5, and 13, What did they replace the word with? What is the word here in English?
Cap.
What is the word here in English?
Explain to me why your man was letting another man's lay in his chest, Cap.
You just said that he called him a boy lover. Where is the word in English?
Explain to me why he was letting another man lay in his chest.
Where's the word at in English?
Hey, your boy looking bad out here.
No, you looking bad and mighty stupid.
Boy looking bad out here.
Word that mean boy lover in
your boy looking bad out here, Cap. I don't have it. I don't have a Greek Bible, Cap.
No.
The Bible is your thing. The Bible is your thing.
I said English. I said in the English, what word was replaced with boy lover? What word?
I don't know what they replaced it with. They probably said his servant, the young boy, whatever. It don't make me no difference. But in the Greek, it said payas.
So servant means boy lover.
Hey, your job is to interpret is to figure out why they translated it like that.
You brought it up.
Why in the Greek did they call him a pillow biter, Cap?
Why you can't find the word?
Look, it was written in the Greek, Cap.
The word.
What language is the New Testament written in, Cap? What language? All right, listen. Nobody. Answer this question for me. What language was the New Testament written in? Nobody.
When you get done, give me
the
word.
Nobody. Are you there? What language was the New Testament written in?
Give me the word boy lover in English. Sure. Show me where boy lover is text right here.
I didn't say what it said in English, Cap. I said in the Greek, which was what it was originally written in. What it was originally written in. What it was originally written in, it said payas.
You'll be able to show me is the word boy lover in English. If it was written in Greek, I understand that. I know that. So
yeah, I don't even know what you're reaching for right now. You still ain't even answer me. You still ain't even answer why your boy letting another dude lay on his chest.
I'm finna get there, but I'm just gonna make you look real stupid here first. You understand?
I've been waiting on you to make me look stupid all night. It ain't happened yet.
There's no word that means
real quick. Let me share my screen.
That we can take from Greek and put it in English.
Share my screen.
No word that means boy lover.
Hold on, Cap. Let me share my screen.
No word that means boy lover here. So what you talking about that article
Now this is a video with a Christian apostle / apologist. We're gonna see what he have to say on this subject that I just asked Cap10K about real quick. Okay, let me ask you this, Steve. It's a 2-part question. In your life, heterosexual man, could you see yourself letting another man lie on your chest?
What the hell kind of question is that? What? No.
It's a yes or no?
No. That's not me. Bro.
You say no? Okay.
What about you?
No, the answer for is no as well. I'm just curious why is your answer no?
Because I ain't gay.
You feel like that you feel like that's something that gay men would do?
You don't know where he's going, Steve, man. I really don't.
Let me rock you. Let me rock.
I know you're going though. I ain't gonna say that.
Go ahead, you say you feel like that's something gay men do?
Just go where you going, bro.
I'm asking a question.
I know what I said, man.
You got to answer the question. If we don't duck no questions, come on. Just say no. Just say yes. Or no.
I know what I said. Yes, it's something gay people would do.
All right, there we go.
Okay, do you buy that?
I already see the. Go ahead.
Do you have a Bible? Can you turn to John 13? I said, can you turn to John 13 and 23?
I'm doing it now.
Okay, can you read that for me?
Can I just give you my answer? Yeah.
23, that's all I need from you.
If y'all need me to read it, I can. Y'all need me to read it, I can. What verse is it?
John 13 and 23.
23, okay, hold on. I'm there was reclining on Jesus' bosom, that's either his stomach or his chest, one of his disciples whom Jesus loved.
Now, why did you add this in his stomach or his chest?
Bosom.
Do you need the definition?
Whatever, bro. Which one asked me, man?
No, I'm asking you because you said it's either his stomach or his chest.
Let's go with it, bro.
Hold on. You said it's either his stomach or his chest. Do we need to look up bosom?
No, bro. No.
Seem to be clear.
All right.
Okay, cool. So you said that seemed to be something a gay man would do. Explain why Jesus was doing it. Go ahead.
Different culture.
That's all you got?
That's all I got, brother.
I'll take that answer.
Good enough answer for me.
Go. Yeah, and what's interesting about it, I just want to let the audience know, it definitely was a different culture who was much more stringent against than our culture is, and yet there we have it. And so what we see is what we see is Stephen the Apostle Swinton struggled to answer the question, just like Cap struggled to answer the question, because it ain't no reason for a man to be cuddling with another man. Hey, not that there's anything wrong with that. Shout out to, the Christ. But Cap can't answer it. Stephen couldn't answer it. It is what it is. Homoerotic undertones in the biblical text. Look, when you cast aspersion on other cultures that you don't even know nothing about, that you claim you ain't a part of, you don't have no connections to, etc., don't speak on those cultures unless you're willing to look inside the culture you claiming to be, because there's a lot of suspect shit going on. So with that being said, I'm gonna turn it back over to Cap.
Okay, now again, you couldn't answer the first scriptures that you pulled. You pulled this, not me. You went to Matthew 8 and you claimed that a word spoken in Greek meant boy lover. And what you admitted to, you cannot find the word boy lover, the meaning of the word, the meaning of boy lover. You can't find that word in the English. You understand? You just made yourself look like a goddamn fool, in which you are trying to turn around and make Christ and the centurion gay. And there's nothing gay. There's no boy lover. There's no word like that in English. I understand it's written in the Greek. But once a boy lover was translated from Greek, what's the English word for that? And like you admitted, you can't find it. You don't know. Oh, that's for you to find out, for you to research. You looking stupid as hell reading those articles. Now, when you go to John 13 and let's see. Okay, I'm gonna start at 20. I'm start at 21. It says, when Yahweh Jesus had thus said, he was troubled in spirit and testified and said, verily, verily, I say unto you that one of you shall betray me. Then the disciples looked one on another, doubting of whom he spoke. So what they trying to figure out is who it is. Our king just dropped something heavy on them. Like, whoa, wait a minute, what you talk? Betray you? Who? One of us? Who? Me? Who? You? They trying to figure out who is he talking about. And then it says right here, see, you've been thinking, and coming from KEMET, I understand why you think everything is gay. I understand that. You understand? But it's not. And it says here in verse 23, now there was one leaning on Jesus' bosom, one of his disciples whom Jesus loved. This ain't talking about nothing gay. And I'm gonna break it down for you. Simon Peter therefore beckoned to him that he should ask who it should be of whom he spake. He then, lying on Jesus' breast, said unto him, Lord, who is it? Now, first, they all sitting and standing around. And now, all of a sudden, according to DMG, there's a futon and a mattress in the middle of the goddamn room. And he turned around and told him he going to betray him. And now somebody rubbing, he's laying his head on his pillow. Like, you are mighty disgusting. What he did was he leaned on him to act like when you whisper something to somebody, not turn around like, damn, who finna betray you? Who finna do? Who is it? Not that he was actually, they was laying down in a bed and he was laying on his chest, bro. You starting to make me wonder, man. A little too much KEMET in your bones. You understand? And on the outside of your bones too. A little too much KEMET for you, bro. You understand? So what that dude said about it was a different culture and all of that. Yeah, our people were living up under the they was Hellenized. You understand? They was living up under the Romans. They was following the Greeks. You understand? Yes, they was. But what took place right here was not them laying on a goddamn silly Posturepedic mattress and him laying on his chest. You understand? Talking about Christ, who gonna betray you? That's not what happened. You understand? Let me see. Hold on, I can show you where they came together. He turned around and they wasn't. Let me see. Wash your feet. Ask the Lord. Let me show you where they turn around. And it said in verse 1, it says, now before the feast, now before, John 13 and verse 1, now before the feast of the Passover, when Jesus knew that his hour was come, that he should depart out of this world unto the Father, having loved his own which were in the world, he loved them unto the end. Like, I don't even understand why you think him loving them was such a gay thing when it said he loved all of them. Okay. And it said, and supper being ended, the devil having now put into the heart of Judas Iscariot, Simon's son, to betray him. So after they got through eating, you know what brothers be doing when they eating and drinking, they start standing around talking, get up, some sitting down, some standing by the door, some outside in the backyard, whatever, something like that. You understand? That's what they was doing. And as the brother turned around and was leaning on him, one leaning on him, you understand? You ain't never seen two brothers standing on the corner, one leaning on the other one. It's not nothing gay. They're just partners. They're just hanging out. And then when he turned around and leaned in and laid his on his breast, that's because he got close to him. He got real close, so he can ask him, "Who are you talking about?" That's what that is. So I still don't see nothing gay in the Bible. No homo, like I said at the start of this thing. You understand? But that Egyptian mess got you looking real suspect, and those so-called scholars, them articles that you reading from them dummies, that's terrible. You understand? Because they bringing up stuff that's not even in the Bible. You look real foolish bringing up Matthew 8, and that word boy lover is not translated there in English. It's not nowhere in the chapter. So like I said, you sound silly as hell. You didn't prove your point. Nothing you brought up was gay about the Bible, and you need to go back to the drawing boards with that.
Yeah, so before we open it up to the chat, I'm gonna read this, and again, Cap running off with his own opinion. I'm going to the experts. Like you got hollership and you got scholarship, and I think y'all know where the scholarship coming from and where the hollership coming from. So the idea that Jesus and his beloved disciple had a sexual relationship was publicly discussed in the early 16th century, when English playwright Christopher Marlowe was tried for blasphemy on the charge of claiming that St. John the Evangelist was the bedfellow, the pillow biter to Christ, and leaned always in his bosom. In 1550, Francisco Colangelo, a citizen of Venice, was investigated by the Inquisition for making the heretical claim that St. John was Christ's catamite, which means a boy or young man in a pederastic sexual relationship with an older man. Many modern scholars have expressed belief that Jesus and his beloved disciple shared an erotic physical relationship. They include Hugh Metaphor. I butchered the name because it ain't really metaphor. It's like metaphor or something like that. It's town French. Anyway, Robert Williams, Seth Van Tilburg, John McNeil, Roland McCleary, Robert E. Goss, and James Neal. Y'all can look up these scholars and they work. The most thorough analysis is The Man Jesus Loved, first edition by the late Theodore Jennings, who served as the biblical theology professor at Chicago Theological Seminary. Experts. He finds the evidence inconclusive as to whether the beloved disciple was John or Lazarus, but believes it is no doubt that Jesus had a male lover in his beloved disciple. Now again, Cap got the hollership, DMG got the scholarship. I'm gonna open it up for the chat. We're gonna take at least maybe 3 to 4 questions, and then we're gonna get up out of here because we're about at 3.5 hours. Hope y'all learned something. Hope y'all was entertained. Cap tried to bring the heat.
Bro, this is Paradigm Shift TV 314, man. And y'all already know. Hey, I let y'all flow. I let y'all do y'all thing. I think y'all been doing great in this last session of it. Do y'all want to have a Q&A? Yes or no? We're gonna close out.
I just put the link in the chat. So
okay,
we're gonna take 3 or 4 questions.
Okay, well, look, well,
DMG
if
I kill myself, if I killed myself, Cap say DMG killed himself, so it must have been a murder suicide because I killed his ass first.
Oh man, go ahead, Cap.
Not at all. You understand? Not at all. You did a horrible job, bro, reading that shit behind them so-called scholars. You understand? They got you looking real. I thought you was intelligent at first. You understand? I would support that at first, but now I got to rethink that, brother. because you brought nothing but articles and you did not bring. Turn around.
But we got the poll up. We got the poll up on the page. So
DMG my project though. I want to bring it.
Okay.
We got the
you claim the tag.
We got the one. Ain't nobody mute out. We got the one Neo X in the building. What's up, Neo?
Peace. You can hear me, brother?
Yes, ma'am. Who you got a question for?
I pretty much. Hold on.
Did it go out?
I'm sorry, I'm bad. My YouTube started playing. But it's the question I have for Captain. Now, I'm not saying that David was gay. I'm not gonna say that. But I'm gonna say that it clearly alludes that he might have been a bisexual man because how he felt about Bathsheba. You know, this man did commit murder because he couldn't even control his own lust. So sometimes when y'all try to argue and debate what David probably did or didn't do, you got to take in consideration that the man did battle with lust. You can't get past that. Just like DMG say, why would they describe? Okay, why would like DMG said, why would they describe his relationship with Jonathan as something that exceeds a woman? Like, why would they make the comparison between two men being best friends to a man loving on a woman? Like, I think that's the biggest part that you didn't really deal with. I probably let you pass on the clothing thing, even though when I was a Hebrew Israelite, we were taught that
You went out, sis.
How much did you hear, bro?
You said when I was a Hebrew Israelite, we would talk and then it cut out. You there?
You who teaches you on to determine what does breeches mean, but from my understanding, it was more like underwear. But and then my next statement is to Cap. I see the criticize.
You keep going up.
You breaking up, sis. Yeah, you breaking up.
I got a question for Cap.
Was this Kofi?
Clearly state who the Israel are. Y'all kind of use the Zonderville Bible to say that black people are the Negroes and not the Africans. So I do find that very suspicious that you cherry pick what type of scholarship you want to use. What brother you did, but I'm gonna stay on topic. I'm gonna stay on topic, but you did bring up the Zonderville Bible.
1 second. I said, hold on. I just said I didn't hear you because you keep going out. I didn't catch everything you said. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, sis, you're going in and out real bad, sis.
Let's move on to the next one. Hey.
What's up, Cap?
You come out and come back in, Neo, and see if it's a little clearer, because you is going in and out real bad.
Yeah, I ain't understanding nothing you talking about. All right, go ahead. Come on, let's go to the next one. Let's go.
All right, what's up, fellas? What's up, Peter? I just got one question for Cap. Did Ham uncover Noah's nakedness? And in Leviticus 18:6-8, does the Lord say you shall not uncover?
Hold on 1 second, bro. The questions should be on topic here. You know what I'm saying?
That's on topic.
Nice. No, not really. You're going to Noah, but it didn't say that. No, it didn't say that he uncovered his father's neck. He didn't deliberately like go in there and pull up his cover like hoo-wee, and then put him back down and walk out.
No, Moses equates uncovering the nakedness with sex, and even in Leviticus 18:6-8, it says the Lord says that you cannot sleep with your mother, and you cannot uncover your mother's nakedness, and you cannot uncover your father's nakedness, for that is your mother and father.
Supposed to see them naked, and you're not supposed to sleep with them as well.
So in the Bible, it says that Ham uncovered Noah's nakedness.
And then Ham is not even an Israelite. So what are we even talking about?
Oh, Ham ain't one of the progenitors, bruh.
He didn't do that. No. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Okay, man. That's my only question, y'all. Peace. You ain't gonna keep it real.
All right, Kobe, man. We appreciate you, bro.
Let's slide. He's not one of the progenitors. Goofball. It says Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It don't say nothing about Ham. Come on, man. You got to know the Bible. You understand? And the story clearly says that he walked in on him while he was passed out drunk. Like I said, he didn't just walk in there and pull up the covers and try to stir his daddy. He didn't turn around and go in there and have sex with his daddy, man. God damn. It don't even say that. Even though he's an African, you understand? Even though he's not our people, I still wouldn't say that, because the Bible does not say that that's what he went in there and did. That he went in there and had sex with him. So, like I said, get your sick mind out of the gutter. God damn.
All right, it don't look like we got nobody else coming in. So,
it's all good.
Cap, I'm gonna let you close out.
No, hold up. Before y'all close out, on Paradigm Shift TV 314, me being the moderator, I want to give what I think the outcome of the show was tonight. Do y'all oppose to that or what?
Go ahead, brother.
I just want to say, I believe that both brothers did a great job, but I want to declare this conversation a draw. And the reason why I would declare it a draw is because I do think that Cap10K proved that the people who DMG was saying was gay in the Bible was not actually gay. And I do think that DMG proved that who Cap10K was saying was gay in the Kemetic text was not gay. So I believe that both of them failed in trying to prove that. But I do agree where both of them did not fail and they were a success. I believe that both brothers were successful.
Real quick. We got Neo back, and shout out to my brother Ratchet Craig in the chat. Peace to you, bro. Neo, you back? Let's see if we can hear you.
Is that better? I had to switch phones.
Yeah, you sound a lot better. You sound a lot better.
All right, cool, brother. All right, so what I was basically saying to Captain in so many words, that I feel like, he didn't really deal with the part of the scripture where you kept bringing out that David described his feelings towards Jonathan as one, what is it? The one that sees a woman, that goes surpasses a woman.
Right.
I feel like he didn't really deal with that, because I'm still confused why the Bible made that comparison between two men that are best friends versus a man that loves a woman. And we both know that David clearly had an issue with lust. So he did commit sexual immorality when he, had, what's her name, Bathsheba, her husband killed, so he can have sex with her. So it wasn't like he was this 100% righteous man. He dealt with lust. So I feel like it's fair to say, if a person did not read any other scriptures in the Bible, but only read the story of David and Jonathan, I think it's fair to conclude that these men had some type of sexual relationship. Like I said, I'm not going to call him gay, because he clearly wasn't gay, because he killed a man so he can get Bathsheba. But he clearly had issues with lust. So I don't know why Cap and some people have a hard time accepting that, maybe he did something that was wrong. Maybe he repented, and we just don't have those scriptures, because we know pieces of the Bible are missing. No one has the whole complete Bible.
Exactly.
And then secondly, I wanted to address Captain. I see he likes to criticize you a lot, DMG, for you reading the Talmud. But even in his faith, as a Hebrew Israelite, I know that they have to refer to many books outside the Bible that's not in the King James Bible, like the Apocrypha, and when he gave the example of the Zonderville Bible, that he has to use that scholarship to prove that Black people are Israelites, because he can't stand on the Bible alone. So my question to Captain is, How come it's okay for you to pull your sources to prove the legitimacy of the Bible, but you don't accept DMG sources where people who've been practicing this faith longer than y'all, who actually have the historical artifacts and the archaeological evidence to back up that they are the Jewish people, and that, you know, the so-called Israelites, y'all don't have anything. So my question is, why are you picking and choosing when scholarship is acceptable?
Don't be pushing your bombs for that bullshit. First of all,
you know I'm surgical with this bitch, Jay. How you want to?
This is what we do, right? It'll be, you know, essential if you was to ask what we do first versus just saying what we do. Okay, we don't have to use no book. We believe everything that's in the Bible. What DMG's mistake was going to a source outside of the Bible that does not line up with the Bible. He said himself that it does not say in the Bible that you are to pour wine on a baby's circumcision and then suck it off as a priest. He said that himself. So you cannot use that source because they don't go together. You understand? What we
No,
do
because
is
does the Zonderville Bible, that, how long, because you can
hold up while I'm talking. I drop you. Hold on before I drop you, man. Before I drop, hold your horses. Now, what we do is we turn around and we go off the sources.
Your admin staff, you can't actually drop them.
Hold on one second. Nah. Don't interrupt me while I'm talking. I let her say
I'm
it.
just letting you know. You can't drop her.
I don't care nothing about that. You understand? I don't care nothing about that. I drop her like
so don't say it.
I'll drop her. I'll say it again, and I'll drop her like I just did, so she can be quiet.
You can't.
What I'm saying, no, I can't. I just did. Now, what I'm saying is, yeah, I can't. Like I said. Now, what we do versus I just did. And
go ahead. Go ahead. I want to see you. I want to see you drop. See if you can kick off the stream.
I just proved my point. I just proved my point.
No, I want to see if you can kick off the stream.
Not quiet.
Because last I checked, y'all was both admins.
I just did, and now she's quiet, and now you talking. Now just be quiet. Let me finish what I gotta say so we can get out of here.
She quiet. She quiet because she want to be quiet. Exactly. But my point is,
I just stopped.
You can't kick her off because y'all got the same power on the channel. You got the same power.
I just did what I wanted to do. You understand?
And what happened? Where's she at though?
Interrupted. I don't care. She stopped me from interrupting.
As a result, she's still here though, right?
So what? She stopped.
Okay, so you didn't kick her off.
You're interrupting.
So you didn't kick her off.
Why you doing that? Why you interrupting?
Finish what you got to say, Doc.
Yeah, appreciate it. Trying to play Captain Save. Now,
I ain't got to play. I'm saying facts.
You are.
I ain't got to say nobody. I ain't got to say nobody. But I do say who stay on my channel and who don't though.
No.
It ain't about saving nobody.
On my show, if I say be quiet while I'm talking,
is it your show or my show?
It is my show.
No, is this your show or my show?
Who did you invite on this show?
No, that ain't what I asked. I said, is this my show or your show?
This show tonight is my show.
What?
You don't understand what I'm saying?
It's your show. It's your show on my channel.
This is what you do. Mute up real quick. Let me finish saying what I'm saying.
No. I just want to be clear. Is this your show on my channel?
How many times I gotta say it? You didn't understand the words came out of my mouth?
I got you.
I appreciate it. Now, what I'm saying is what DMG did versus what we do is totally off. We don't use the Babylonian Talmud because it don't line up with the Bible. You got to turn around to pull that whole thing that he did about the priests, those Jewish priests, You understand? Sucking on babies' penises, you got to show me that in the Bible. And he admitted it's not there. So what we do is we go off of sources that will turn around and prove the Bible to be right. We don't necessarily just need to go to those sources because we believe and know everything that's in here. So to turn around and say he was wrong, that's why I said he was wrong. Not that he's just wrong for going to pull extra biblical sources, because there's nothing wrong with that. You understand? You could do that to prove a point, but your point has to be proven in the Bible also. And none of what he pulled was actually proven in the Bible as well. There's no such thing as men. He did have that issue with Bathsheba. You're correct about that. He did. What's his name? You're right. He did end up putting him on the front line of a battle and getting him killed so that he could hide what he did. He slept with his man's woman. That's true. That's all true. But he did not have no lust for no man. You understand? So there was nothing that I did not address. I said several different times King David was not gay. And there's no scripture that will support that. Now go ahead.
All right, so is the Zondervan Bible the same thing as the King James Bible? The Zondervan dictionary?
It's just a dictionary, sis, like any other dictionary.
So, but you know how the Bible say in the Zondervan dictionary when it gives the definition of the Hams and Shems, and when it said black, not the Negroids, is that in the Bible?
What you mean?
Does the Bible say the Israelites are the Negroes? The Bible says Negroes. The word Negroes is in the Bible, brother.
Okay, again, now you turn around and you missing the whole point. You missed the whole point.
It's the word Negro in the Bible, brother.
The practice, no, that's not what we were called. That's not what we were called. What's being described in the Zondervan,
right? So
hold on.
Go ahead.
What's being described in the Zondervan is who the people are called today. We're called Negroes today. So to identify who they are, if you just say Israelites, you're not going to find out who they are. You have to identify those people because our identity has been stripped from us. You understand? So back then we would have said Israelites. Today we've been saying Negro, nigger, and blacks, and African Americans. We've been saying all kinds of things. So what the dictionary, what the Zondervan did, hold on, I'm gonna land with this. What Zondervan did was they went and did the research and found out that Ham is the progenitor of the dark races, like it says, but not the Negroes, so that you will know who is who today, not way, you know what I'm saying, from way back then in those words. You understand? So you're trying to, play some like semantics.
No, I'm trying to say that DMG, the people did the research and they concluded that homosexuality was all through the Bible, just like the person who did the Zondervan and determined that the Negroids and the Hamites were not the same people of the dark degenerate race. You also concluding by using a source that does not say, because the Bible does not say who the Negroes are. These people going to be referred to as, you're not going to find that word there. So that's why I'm saying, how come you can pick and choose which scholarship is acceptable to how to prove the Bible? He using scholars just like you use the scholar. But both of y'all statements are not literally written in the Bible. That's what you concluding. Both based off the people who did the research, if that makes sense. But that's what I'm trying to get you to understand, brother.
That's not totally true, because that's not, homosexuality is not written all through the Bible. That would be a lie. So those scholars, all those articles that he brought out was not true. It's a lie. Now, not saying that Israelites have not been homosexuals. It's a whole bunch of them homosexuals and lesbians today. Not saying that. Not saying that they didn't have an issue with it, that they've never done it. That's not what I'm saying. But the Bible does not support homosexuality in no type of way.
Nobody said it did, though. This is what I'm trying to get you to say. Nobody says it did, but what
The articles that he read says that homosexuality.
But they didn't say that it was. Did they say they approved of it, or do they concluded that this was the behavior that they practice?
That's exactly what it said. That's
Well,
exactly.
I didn't hear them say that it's not, it's lawful to commit homosexuality. I didn't hear that at all. I heard him just read an article that described the behavior and the conclusion and why the people who translated it use certain words, because you know the word to know means to have sex with someone, so they had to use certain words to give the reader the ideal of the behavior. So when you was trying to play on the word of kiss and what does kiss mean, saying two cars kiss each other, the point of the word kiss is mean they made contact. So Jonathan and Dave made some type of contact.
I said that. I said, and I read the definition. I wasn't
right, but you ain't taking into consideration that the author could have used any other word to this. They could have said the contact. They didn't even use the word contact. They specifically used the word kiss, brother.
I took everything into consideration, and there's no such thing as the word kiss in its context in the Bible, meaning lips touching or lips touching a cheek. That's not what it's talking about. That's why I read the definition where it said it's a usual greeting amongst men where they touched, where they turn around. Me right now, brothers usually greet each other like what? Oh, what's up, dog? We slap by, we do all this kind of shit here. You know what I'm saying? We bump chats or something like that. That's what niggas do. It's not abnormal. So that word kiss in that context, that's why I said what I said. That's why I read the definition.
Well, you said that because you don't want to accept that the person who translated specifically used the word kiss. I think that you just don't want to accept it because you don't want to accept that David might have been dealing with some other lustful thing. So you're saying that kiss can mean two men dapping or bumping chests, even though that's not biblical at all. But we know that the translator, the person who existed way before you did, way before you believe you was a Hebrew Israelite, the person who wrote the Bible, the person who translated the Bible into the King James, those people who are responsible for the translation, they use the word kiss. So you can't really get around that, brother. Like, and we know Judas kissed Jesus. Oh, you calling me DMG? I'm sorry, it's hard for me to hear.
No. I was just gonna tell you, but I'm gonna let Cap respond and then we're gonna wrap it up. But let everybody know before you go, sis, let everybody know what you got coming up tomorrow.
I supposed to be I'm just gonna
hold on 1 second, and then you can
let Cap respond, then you go, sis.
And then you go. Well, okay, now do words mean more than one thing?
Yes.
Okay, now hold on. Now the reason that I use the touching cars was to show context. You understand? And obviously you missed it too, just like DMG did. Context is not talking about lips. That's not how men greet each other. We don't do that. You understand? Hold on 1 second, and then you can rock. Because I'm gonna get up out of it. What I'm saying is kiss don't mean the same thing. That was not a sexual kiss that it's referring to. That's why I read the definition. You understand where it said they touched, and it's a touch with how men greet today. You understand? We the same brothers, come from the same people that do the same things. The first thing that I do when I see my partners that's in the world, I don't think to go kiss them on their cheek. You understand? We slap fire, we dap, we pound, stuff like that. The same thing we do in the school. And that's why I said that definition. I ain't going around nothing. You understand? I addressed it. When the kiss does not mean nothing sexual, what happened there? So for him to try to read those articles and it suggests that it did, it goes against true scholarship and it goes against the Bible.
No,
those articles.
You missing it. DMG, pull up the blue letter. Look up that scripture.
Sis. It's good. It's good. Let everybody know what's going on. We're gonna
because
get out of here.
His statement is like his statement.
Bible is still no hope.
Okay, bro, if you say so. But his statement doesn't even make sense because growing up in the hood now, when two men dap each other or give it, they sell pound on the hand and all that. Nobody say, "Hey, bro, give me a kiss," and they pound each other on the hand. Nobody says that. Like when you tell a nigga right now, bro, give me a kiss, he gonna be like, "What the fuck? No, nigga, get away from me." So you know what I'm saying? So like how he trying to say that today modern stance versus how the person who translated it back about 400-500 years ago, why did they choose the word kiss, brother? They could have used connect. They could have used slapped or touched each other. They didn't use the word touch. They specifically used the word kiss. And that's why I wanted DMG to look up that blue letter word to see what that word mean in Hebrew.
Why
Hey,
doesn't
sis,
it
I don't
Sis,
blame them though,
in the
sis. But sis, make sure you tell everybody what you got coming up on your show tomorrow and what's in the name of your channel.
Oh well, if I can get around to it because I'm pretty busy, but I'm supposed to be doing the show tomorrow about reincarnation and talk about that. And I think I'm gonna bring up the Bible when it talk about regeneration, the difference between regeneration and reincarnation. And the name of my show is Neo X, Philosophy and Me. DMG, thank you for letting me come in and play with Captain for a little while. He tried a little bit, but I think there's just some things he's just not gonna accept. That the Bible is a little suspect on certain things. It seemed like it seemed like to me the Bible is more against male on male forcibly having sex with each other versus voluntarily. That's what it seemed like to me. Because even certain camps teach that, you know, a man can rape a woman and that's not immoral. So to me, that Deuteronomy scripture that says not to lay with a man as you do with a woman, someone could even apply that they're talking more about forcefully rape because you know the Bible teach that men can rape women. So
Hey, and real quick for the record, Neo, my brother DB said that sister has a beautiful voice and she has great poise. So I just wanted to, you know why I'm telling you that, and we talked about that earlier in the week. So you know why I'm pointing that out to you.
yeah, I appreciate it. Like I appreciate it. Like I said, I ain't gonna let nothing break my soul, bro. I'm just gonna keep going, live out my purpose, and all that stuff. But it's all thank you to whoever that was. I didn't see the comment, but thank you. And to the person who say they want to interview me on omnism, like bring it on, because I clearly showed on that show that some of you Negroes are just not ready to learn anything outside of the Bible. If a man ain't teaching it, you just ain't gonna accept it. Because I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure if a man would have got right on that platform and taught y'all omnism, you wouldn't be critiquing it the way you're critiquing it because a woman brought it to you. A woman literally brought y'all a concept that is very African, older than the Hebrew Israelite Bible, older than the Christian faith, and y'all rejected it because it came from a woman. That's it.
Yeah, that's my brother Craig, Neo. I'm gonna link y'all up. He got a real good channel. That's a real good brother too. So I'm gonna link y'all up.
All right, no problem. But love you, DMG, and thank you for your support, brother. Love you too, Cal. I know we don't always agree, but one thing I can respect about you, brother, you gonna stand on your faith 10 toes down. And if that's what you need to do to get through this world, do it, brother. But just know it's gonna come with a lot of criticism because I think the Bible has been disproven and debunked a long time ago. It's just some of y'all just a little left behind spiritually, brother. But we are moving into the age of Aquarius, and I think the truth eventually is going to come out who the real God is.
Love you too, sis. And the Bible has never been proven wrong. It has never been.
We'll have a debate on that one day, but love you, Cap. Have a good one.
All right, sis. Peace.
Peace.
All right. Nobody is back on you, man. Nobody, you there? Unmute yourself, nobody. All right, I guess we ain't gonna wait for nobody. Cap, go ahead and close out, man. I don't know where nobody at.
Oh, it's all good. Yeah, like I was saying.
Man, I'm right here listening to the conversation. I'm letting y'all flow.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, man. I thought you was gonna, introduce the closeout, but I mean, if you're gonna let us the prisoners run the asylum, then go ahead.
Hey man, y'all been having a good show so far, man. The format that Captain 10K laid out at the beginning.
Put that bourbon down, man. Put that bourbon down.
Hey, I can't put it down right now, but I'll do it later on. y'all go ahead.
Go ahead, Cap.
All right. Yeah, good show. Damn, long show at that. The brother took so long trying to prove the Bible gay, and he failed at every attempt. Good goddamn night. I believe those scholars are homosexuals. That's why he wrote that. You understand? Because the God of the Bible was against it. King David was against it. Jonathan was against it. You understand? Christ was against it. Everybody that you brought up was against homosexuality. None of that nonsense was true. You understand? And you failed miserably. You reading those articles without reading the Bible and actually understanding those stories. You said that Naomi and Ruth was lesbians when they did no such thing. The women lost their husbands. The woman lost her sons, and they was mourning together. When Christ said, "This is your mother now," that's what niggas do when somebody partner die. You understand? They look after the mamas. I don't see why that's so abnormal or so gay or homosexual, whatever you brought up. You understand? When my cousin was like my best friend, like my brother. You understand? He got murdered some years back. And guess what I did? The same. I looked out for my auntie and his daughters. You understand? And his son and his women. I took care of them too. I looked after them. You understand? That's what we do when people die in our family. You know what I'm saying? We look after, especially the mamas, because they just lost their son. They just lost their baby, no matter how old they are. So all of that you brought out was complete trash. It was bogus. You understand? Even though you was reading stuff from so-called scholars, that was terrible. You understand? And you didn't prove your point. But Egypt did have penises on their wall.